Hello! Welcome to the stream. Hello everyone, thank you for the gift sub. I am Hazelnuts to Chipfinger Superhero. Thank you so much, appreciate that. Hello. Hello everyone. Hang on. I just realized I left my window open. I'm gonna close it real quick. All my neighbors are probably like, man, who does this guy think he is? Some guy on Twitch? How's everyone doing? Ant Venom, welcome to the stream. Yes, the only person who recognized me at TwitchCon. That was really nice. Thank you so much. It was great to run into you. Where's Matt Casey Professional been hiding? That's a good question. I think I just made... Why did I make it Home Edition? I think it was just because that was the funnier thing to say. Welcome to the stream, Wild Fan appeared. Syrian Gamer. Hey, it's Matt KC. Really enjoyed your Sonic video. Love the reverse engineering stuff. I do too. I wish I had more time to do stuff like that. Hopefully I will soon. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Matt KC, balls stuck in DVD RAM drive. What will happen next? Nuts, cock, even dick? Yes, indeed. And Venom out there using Frankerface Z. Who isn't on 7TV by now? Am I right, fellas? Matt Vista Home Premium. That's true, I could make some, like, Vista ones. Though the Vista splash screens didn't have a lot of, like, actual identification on them. It was just, like, that green bar. Where can I get the please activate your Matt KC notification? That's a good idea. I'm gonna write that down. I've got a list here of stuff that I want to put on the stream overlay, like new ideas that I have. I'm gonna write stuff like that down, just as like ideas. For stuff that I could potentially turn into like channel points rewards and stuff like that. I love how every time Ant Venom shows up in a Twitch chat, people are like surprised. What? Ant Venom in my Twitch chat? Yeah, actually, here's a fun fact. Ant Venom recognized me at TwitchCon. We had a conversation in one of the hallways, and that is the only time I've ever been recognized in real life. Like, if you look at my numbers and you think, man, he's got to be like famous in real life, it's not true. that is actually the only time, and he did a great job recognizing me because we were all wearing masks. So he had to recognize me just from like the eyes and the hair, pretty much, and I guess the badge, but that's hard to read from a distance. So yeah, the first, the actual first. I think I don't know if I would have, like, because I'm a pretty frequent mask wearer in general, like even when I'm going grocery shopping. So I don't know if I ever would have been recognized if that wasn't the case. I'm gonna guess probably not, because my videos are pretty niche. Yeah, it's a sad fate of nerds not to be popular in real life. Yeah, I think my stuff is just a little esoteric. Like I have a lot of people watch, but they're all kind of spread out, I think. Your hair is quite recognizable. I didn't just get out of bed with this, or just... Thank you for the bits, Batman TDK 2005. How many is that? I cannot count that high. Oh, it's 20. It says so in the thing. Thank you so much for the bits. You win a chicken nugget? One free chicken nugget to anyone who recognizes me. That's the deal. You look like someone who would decompile Lego Island TPH. What's that supposed to mean? No, I know. It's a... I look like a nerd. No, I'm just kidding. I only found your stream today, and just my luck you were streaming. Hell yeah, I am. And you got... oh yeah, you gave the gift sub. Hell yeah. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't know that I stream because... well, firstly, I don't do it very often. This is like my third stream in like the last 6 months. But it's also hard to get the word out because I can advertise on Twitter and I can advertise on the YouTube community tab, but most people don't look at those things. They just look at the videos coming out, and I don't really promote stuff in those videos. The North Korea video is the first time that I've really like explicitly mentioned streaming at all in like a major video. Mex Swag Boy, thank you for the 13 and 45 bits. Appreciate that. Yeah, it does it come up on the overlay? I think it doesn't come up unless it's 100. Yeah, it's a 100-bit minimum. Because at one point, we were getting like TTS abused with like 1 bit. But yeah, so sorry about that. But I see it. I see it happening. So thank you. 'Tis my first time watching your streams. Hi, Matt. Welcome to the Stream Creative Con Live. Is that a real convention? Can I go? But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Glad you could join. I'm hoping to stream a lot more often. I'm hoping to at least stream once a week, if not eventually more than that. But yeah, I have not historically streamed very often, so it's not very common that like I said earlier, this is like the third stream in the last 6 months.
Cheer 100, cheer 1, 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 cheer 1.
Is it really?
Cheer 1, cheer 1, cheer 1, cheer 1, cheer 1, cheer 1.
Is it really 132 ones?
Cheer 100 TTS abuse. Who would do such a thing? Also, we doing more Bill Gates Burger stuff.
Firstly, it said burger. Why does the TTS not know how to say burger? Secondly, I kind of showed off on stream that I'd done like a little bit more, where I'd superimpose the hands from the original picture onto the photo, and it looks like relatively close. Hang on, let's bring that up real quick. It is... There we go. And he's holding... I forgot about this too. In my edit, he's holding a dildo. I'm not going to show that on stream just in case, but yeah, here's the Bill Gates portrait, the background, the words, and these two hands, you can see they are noticeably lower quality than the rest of the picture because I'm assuming they took those hand photos themselves because I don't know, well, because he's holding an Xbox controller, so I assume they're custom, so I don't know if we can actually get a higher resolution version of those without like AI upscale, I guess. So that's the current progress. I'm not really sure exactly how much further it can get than that. So yeah, that's the current situation with the Bill Gates Photoshop. Berger.
Cheer 100, let's go.
Let's go! Thank you for the 100 bits, Beefy, and thanks for the 100 bits, Chris Fratz. I was too distracted by the fact that it said Berger. Bob's Burgers. Can I has cheeseburger? Subscribe, Batman TDK 2005, thanks for the sub with the Bezos bucks. Remember, it is morally correct to subscribe with the Bezos bucks because you take money away from Amazon. and give it to me. No, I'm just kidding. But it is sort of true also. My favorite video is when you tried purposely to get a virus on Windows 95. Yeah, that's a funny one. Because that was like a really early tech video. That was before I was making tech videos. I just kind of did that for shits and giggles. And it's like the only video from 2017 that's like that blew up because it's the only one that's sort of tech related. Don't Urban Dictionary Berger. What am I to find if I do that? Do I dare in an incognito tab while off stream? Oh, I see. Man, that TTS is horny. Anyway. Also, actually, the definition is not that bad, but if you do look it up on Urban Dictionary, I want to point out that the thumbs up is a 6, and there are 6 thumbs up and there are 9 thumbs downs. So I appreciate the synergy there between the likers and dislikers. Jesus Simulator YTP. Oh wow, yeah, I did. Yeah, that one self YTP I did. It's not bad at all. Yeah, it's not bad at all. But I've already I've already talked about it. My favorite part of the Sonic Runners decomp video is when Matt Casey said, "It's decompiling time," and started decompiling all over the code. I mean, I know that's a joke, but that's not actually that far off from the video. I did say something like, "That's where I come in," and so I may as well have said, "It's decompiling time." TTS is from the Philippines. Oh, is that a Philippines word as well? Is that the hotter dream? It is! Welcome to the stream, Obsequious Emu. That's an in-joke because someone tweeted at me, like, when Dream did his face reveal. Hang
Cheer
on.
100, what is the KC for in Matt KC?
It's actually the initials of my middle name. When you say Matt KC, you're just kind of saying my name.
He also decompiled all over the theater. Cheer 100.
All over the theater, especially the people in the front row. They were in like the wet zone of the decompilation. Yeah, when Dream did his face reveal, someone tweeted at me saying, "Why does Dream look like the ugly version of Matt Casey?" And that's, I'll be honest, the first time that I think I've been compared to someone as like and as looking better than them, not like discount Markiplier or scuffed Keanu Reeves or Australian Ryan Reynolds. But also, I don't really think that's true. I think Dream is a perfectly like normal looking guy, and I also don't think he looks that much like me. But then again, no one ever does. Whenever you're like, this person looks like you, they're like, no, they don't. So I'm biased, I know, but that's why to some I am the hotter Dream, apparently. Here's a video idea for you: being Australian for 24-hour challenge. No, I've already been Australian for 24 years. It was about that long until I moved to a different country. Hang on, someone asked a question. How do you read machine code and go, fuck, I understand this completely? I don't know if you do, really. I think you kind of look at it and you're like, and then eventually you sort of like, I think what happens is you have an idea of what it might be doing, and then you just kind of do it. Yeah, and then you find evidence to like back up your assumption, and then you go from there. You're 24, old ass. No, I'm older than that now, but I was a couple months into 25 when I moved. So yeah, I was Australian for about 24 years, a little over 24 years actually. It's like when someone compares an OC to a well-known character. Oh yeah, I guess I think that makes sense as far as like calling me the alternate version of someone more popular. I think everyone gets that when they're just starting out, because that's like there are big comparison points to someone that's just kind of just starting up. Now that I guess I've been around for a while, now people are comparing other people to me. So I guess that's just how it goes. What's happened? Odd Squinter, thank you for subscribing with the Bezos bucks, and Aaron4457, thank you for subscribing at tier 1. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. They read the disassembly, which is the... Hang on. I feel like I think I've missed some conversation. You poke at machine code with a digital stick until it moves the way you think it will. Then you assume you know what it does. Yeah, pretty much. Sometimes what I'll do, if I answer seriously, sometimes what I do is when I'm reading instructions, I'll write a comment next to each instruction and say exactly what each one does. Then you can kind of figure it out, because you can just say, okay, well, this value is moved into this register, and then this register is used to do this, which was originally this value. You can sort of piece it together by making a lot of notes. That's usually the easiest way to do it, I found. What tools were used when decompiling the shaders for the Sonic game? None, actually. It was literally just because the game gave me GLSL, as in that's what was built into the Android version, and then I just rewrote it line for line in HLSL, and then tweaked it until the re-cross-compiled GLSL matched the original GLSL shader I got from the Android build. So it was literally, it was. Thank you for the sub, Max Mushroom N64 at tier 1. So yeah, it was literally. I mean, it was easier than machine code to C++, because that's like going from very low level to slightly higher level. This was more just translating on the same level. It was translating from GLSL to HLSL, so it was easier than a real decomp, but it was. I stand by that it was the closest thing to real decomp, even though it was easier. Have you had experience with Unity making original stuff? Yes, actually. That's...
Cheer 100, cheer 100, how much people fit on that couch?
Thank you for the 200 bits game, T1. And I guess in theory 5, because it's 5 seats, but I'm pretty sure you could fit quite a few. Hold on real quick. Let's see how many seats do I take up. Probably like 2/3 of a seat, so I don't know what 5 divided by 2/3 is, but that's probably about how many. Is it ever full? No. I don't have friends, so I think it's... There was one social event where there were 4 people on it. Otherwise... No, there are almost never people on it, because I just sit here. Did we just see his feet? Damn it, I just showed my feet for free? That's fucking bullshit. I can't believe it. But I was going to talk about Unity. I should have mentioned this in the video, actually, but when I was in school, one of the few things I actually learned from school was they introduced us to Unity. This was in 2014. And at that time it was Unity 4, so I was actually like uniquely qualified, and I'd made basically for the entire year I was doing stuff in Unity for that class, like because the first semester they were like, here's how to use Unity, and then the second semester they were like, you can do whatever you want, but I did another game in Unity, and so for like a whole year I was using Unity 4. So I was kind of uniquely qualified to figure out this game that had been made in Unity 4. So it was a nice little like serendipity there. But how many Americans can fit on that couch? That's true. Maybe only 2. Why did you buy such a long couch? I didn't. This was actually donated to me by a friend of mine's family who'd upgraded their couch, and they gave it to me for free. I don't think I would have bought a long couch, but because it was a free couch, I was like, hell yeah. There was one orgy with 4 people on it. True. Fluffy Crazy Strings, welcome to the stream. Oh hey, I know that guy. Yeah, we hung out at TwitchCon. Me and Fluffy. He's a good friend. Should have saved the feet for OF. Yeah, my bad. Oops. When my editor goes through this video to make clips, make sure to pixelate out my feet. Do you have like a TV and stuff, or is the whole sofa just looking at a blank wall and a gaming setup? Yes, it is. I've considered trying to put a TV like above the setup, but that's been one of the like. People look at the couch and they're like, man, your apartment must be huge because you've got such a long couch. No, it was just the couch was donated to me and I just have it in front of my computer setup. I don't actually have space to put the couch anywhere else and put a TV in front of it. But it's still like a place that like people can sit down and hang out. I've wanted to put a TV, like sometimes I'll put a TV on the desk in front of the setup. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but that has worked. That's what I did when that one time I socialized. But yeah, I live in quite a small apartment, so no, it's not in front of it. It's mostly, I'll be honest, it's largely just kind of a prop at the moment. And if like people ever visited, they could sleep on it. But it's at the moment its main purpose is like a background prop. Quick, upload a picture on WikiFeed. Oh my god. That's gonna be funny. If I get a WikiFeed article, I'm gonna laugh. Because don't they rank you? Like, don't they give you a 5-star rating? What am I gonna get on WikiFeed? How was TwitchCon? I actually had a lot of fun. Going into it, I didn't know what it was gonna be like because I didn't know anything about TwitchCon. I'd never been to one before, and I was going with kind of a larger group, and a lot of them I'd never really met before, so like I didn't know how well I would get along with them. But I actually feel like I got along with them really well, and I feel like we bonded quite well, and I made some friends. So I had a great time. I can actually go into some stories later on at some point, because there were some funny things that happened that were documented on stream. So yeah. Did you break any bones? No, I didn't go into the foam pit, but I had friends who did, and they were fine. So I think it was, if you, there were some very like unlucky incidents, and probably you could argue that they probably shouldn't have happened, but everyone I knew was fine. Nah, dude, we fought constantly and it was an awful experience. True! Yeah, I'm just saying that for public relations. I actually hate them all. Are you afraid of foam? If I'm being completely honest, I'm not afraid of foam, I'm just really like lethargic. And I was just like, that seems like a lot of effort. I just want to stand around. My body's 100% fine from being in the pit. Yeah, I think the vast majority of people that went in there were perfectly fine. I got a bit dizzy, but other than that, it was fine. Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, it's Matt Casey. What chair are you using? This is a Steelcase Leap, because I, at one point, put a lot of effort into ergonomics. I, like, changed the height of my desk. I, like, well, no, I've always used, like, ergonomic mouses, but I went through at one point I was trying to figure out a lot of the, ergonomics of my setup. Oh, and I have a footrest because I have short legs. But yeah, it's supposed to, it's a really a very popular ergonomic chair. As an Australian, do you enjoy King Gizzard? I'm afraid to say I don't know what that is. Is that a show? Oh, it's a rock band. I have never heard them, I'm afraid. So I cannot say. Matt, a shorty? Well, technically yes. In actual fact, I'm like right at the average height for like men, but I have a lot of friends that are like 6'2", so I'm usually the shortest person in my group. Do you watch Chicago Fire? One of the main guys was Matt Casey, played by fellow Aussie Jesse Spencer of House fame. I was sort of aware of that. I watched a lot of House. Actually, I watched all of House, all 8 seasons, and so I was familiar with Jesse Spencer, and I knew he was in Chicago Fire. I watched like an episode of it, but I never got into it otherwise. And I'd forgotten that his name was Matt Casey. That's pretty funny. I blacked out for most of the con, but other than that, I'm fine. Oof! Well, was that the foam pit's fault, or was that the horrible stench of nerds at TwitchCon? No, actually, I'm just kidding. There wasn't a horrible stench. In fact, apparently they gave everyone like perfume, because it is a thing like at conventions that like some people just won't wear deodorant, and then when you're standing in lines, that like fucking sucks. So there was like yeah, they I'm pretty sure they gave everyone free deodorant to solve that problem, and maybe it did, because there wasn't really that much of a problem. As an Australian, do you like kangaroos? I think most Australians would say no. Well, no, I think we like them from the perspective of like, you know, they're an Aussie icon, and they're like they're pretty nifty, but they're also a bit like deer, where they're a real nuisance and they just kind of jump into the road, and they get run over all the time, and they cause damage to your car. So for most of my friends, I wouldn't say we were big fans of kangaroos. They were, outside of them being like a cultural icon, they were all otherwise just kind of a nuisance. What about koalas? I don't know if I ever actually saw a koala in the wild. I feel like I've only ever seen them at zoos, and you can see koalas at like any zoo. What about boomerangs? Yeah, I guess boomerangs are pretty cool. I don't know, I think most, they're not really part of daily life, so... I know that I was once, like... I'm trying to remember how this would have happened. I had a boomerang in my hands at one point as a kid, and I tried to throw it, and it just like depressingly like drifted off in like a few meters ahead of me, and I was like, what a fucking ripoff. They're supposed to come back. But no, it's all about like the way that you throw them, and I didn't care enough to learn how to do that. Ideally, I'd love to live in Australia, but damn, man, everything out there wants to kill you. It's true, but it's also kind of like the vast majority of Australians live in the major cities, and like you don't really have anything to worry about there. I was in a kind of unique situation where I lived in it was a major city, but it was kind of it was also pretty small and kind of isolated. So it was, in some ways it was like a city, but there are also like anytime you ventured towards like the suburbs, there would be kangaroos around. That's why I say they were kind of a nuisance, because all of my friends have stories about hitting kangaroos with their cars, including me. And it's not, you know, it's not like gross negligence. They just like jump out in front of your car, and there's nothing you can do. So yeah. You're supposed to thrust the boomerang with your cock. It's all in the balls. That's where I was going wrong. I mean, I didn't know that. I was only like 5, right? Oh no, I was like, I don't know, 6 or 7 probably. I'm going to Canberra for grad school in a few months. Very much looking forward. I hope you enjoy the most boring city in Australia. No, I'm being mean. No, there's a lot of good stuff about Canberra. Let me think. What are some must-dos? If you can afford to, go to the Hellenic Club. I love watching Matt's streams since they're literally so entertaining. I'm glad you think so. I just like chatting with you guys. I like the conversations that we have are very fun. What was your degree in? Fucking nothing. No, I actually didn't go to university, which was a pretty contentious thing with my parents because they were like university educated, and they obviously wanted me to be university educated. But the things that I wanted to do, because to be perfectly honest, at that point in time, I wanted to be a YouTuber, which I know is like really cringe, but that was like the number one thing. Like that's what I really want, and you don't really go to university for that. And so I kind of made a deal with my dad that like I could, if I was going to give this a shot, and if it didn't work out, then I'd look into, you know, I'd look into going to university when if I had like, if nothing else was working and I had like an idea of something else that I could be doing. He was very understanding about it. He wasn't happy about it, but he was very understanding about it. Sometimes having no context with what the hell people are saying in these streams is better than having it. Yeah, I realized that a lot of the things that I say, especially in my videos, are can be very funny taken out of context. If you had to go, what would you study? It would change like depending on the time. Back then, I probably would have studied either like filmmaking or music. If I had to go today, I might just do software engineering because I feel like that would be a career that I would excel the most in. But it's always been really difficult for me because I've always had passions in both. I've never just been like a technician or just been an entertainer. I've always liked doing both, and I've always liked kind of marrying the two, and you know, having technology that serves entertainment or entertainment that serves technology. So, and there aren't a lot of jobs that do both. Usually, especially nowadays, people just want like the best person that can do one thing. Like they want, if they're looking for a programmer, and they just want the best person they can find for that job. Riddle me this, Matthias. Hungry Jack's or Burger King? I actually haven't been to Burger King in America. However, Hungry Jack's all the way, because Hungry Jack's actually has specific burgers that I liked that Burger King doesn't sell. And so the fact that Burger King doesn't sell them, I'm like, well, what's the point? Do you still like making films? Yeah. I'm not doing it as much as I used to, but yeah, I like films. What about hardware engineering? You know your way around a soldering iron? I appreciate that. I still kind of consider myself kind of a learner with hardware stuff. I'm like getting better at stuff and like learning how to put hardware projects together, but I still consider myself pretty amateur about that. And I don't know if it's as much of a, like, my problem was never that I didn't. My problem was when people were like, you know, what are you going to do when you graduate from school? My problem was never, I don't know. It was, oh, I could do this, I'd love to do that, I want to do that, and that. You know, for me, it was too many things. It was like, I wanted to do kind of everything. And I think I'm still kind of like that. That's why I say, like, I like to do entertainment and I like to do technology, because I have a lot of like varied interests. So my issue was not knowing, it was narrowing it down. And that was another reason why I didn't want to go to university, because I would have to like single something out, and I didn't want to single something out yet. So Jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. Yeah, I agree. And it's unfortunate that nowadays that's kind of discouraged. Like, I feel like I don't know because I wasn't there, but I feel like there was a point where like a while ago where it was kind of better to be to have a lot of skills rather than just have one. Whereas I feel like today you're kind of discouraged from doing that. You're kind of encouraged to just focus on one thing. And for me, that's kind of a shame. I don't think I'd be satisfied if I was only doing one thing. Too many things, that's a mood, like singing, drawing, writing, translation work if I can learn Irish properly. Yep, pretty much. Yeah, I never... Like, that was part of my case about, like, to my parents about not going to university was that, you know, I don't know how to narrow down all of my interests into one degree. And, so... You know, maybe I kind of want to just try things, and then eventually I can narrow things down. And a lot of, you know, to be fair, a lot of parents wouldn't have like agreed with that. They would have been like, no, fuck you. You gotta get a degree. So I was lucky that my dad was like, you know what, that makes sense. Or he understood that, or he decided that if I narrowed it down to something and then didn't like it, then that wouldn't necessarily be good for my career. So, yeah, so I was lucky in that sense. It's really unfun to be isolated to just one job, one path in life. Variety is the ultimate spice of life. Do what you want, do anything and do everything, seek discomfort. I agree. And it's, like I said, it's unfortunate that most people are not really in a situation they can do that. That's kind of, I think one of a really lucky thing about being a YouTuber is that you kind of can just experiment and you kind of can just do things and you get away with that as being a job rather than rather than someone only hiring you for one thing. Your dad sounds nice. Yeah, he's a great guy. I'm a big fan of my dad. Obviously, you know, when I was a teenager, I was, you know, any teenager is like, why are my parents like this? But now, you know, looking back, I feel like he was very patient with me and very understanding of what I wanted to, what I wanted out of life. And, you know, it's a big reason why I'm here today. What are we doing this stream today, Matt? It's a good question. There are things. I had a list somewhere of things. Here we go. I still have Baldi's Basics on here because we did that last stream. One thing that I did want to talk about, actually, I don't know where it is. Oh, I think it's over there somewhere. Is that I created a hardware thing. I'll bring that over in a second. One day I'm wanting to get better at MIPS, and the next I want to be a line chef in a Michelin star restaurant in France. I feel that. It's important to focus on one thing, though. I think some personalities really work well with one thing. I just wasn't one of them. Have you ever considered upgrading to the PSA-1? Your mic stand seems to be sagging and will only get worse. It probably is, because I have like just a bunch of cheap microphone stands just for a bunch of different things. Like when I have the overhead mic, the overhead camera, that's just another cheap stand, and that's on a cheap stand. And the idea is that I can just like replace them without much cost. So I don't think I'll get the PSA-1, but I may replace this at some point. This is like I think 5 years old now. As a teen, only thing I feel about why my parents like this is over airsoft. My mum hates it, but my dad's fine with it. Oh yeah. You're so creative, man, I can't even make anything. That's not true. I think it just takes going out and doing something. And, you know, you're never going to be good the first time. Like, I've made a lot of shit. And, yeah, but it's not about being good the first time. It's just about doing it, and then as you do it, you get better. Are you still living in Australia and California? I'm currently living in California. Buy nice or buy twice. Yes, however, these are only like $10 or $15, and isn't the PSA-1 like $60? So I could buy like 4 of them until until I make up the total cost. It is true. No, I think, I mean, I know it doesn't help for someone like me to say that, that anyone can do anything, but I do think it is just a matter of, because I know it doesn't help because there are a lot of extenuating circumstances, like not everyone has the time to just do things, and not everyone has the energy or the health to just do things. But I do think that's really all that, like, it all, in theory, all it takes to get good at something is to just grow as much experience as possible. All right, hold on, I'm going to get something. I guess I'll put on my wait screen for this. Hello, I'm back. Sorry, that might have been a jump scare. That might have come out louder than I wanted it to. So, speaking of building a hardware project, I have created a monstrosity. There's no other way of saying it. It is... hang on, let me unplug this. It is, and there's no other way of saying this, a lot of wires plugged into an Arduino. And these are DB9s on the end. They're actually the same ones that I bought for the Guitar Hero controller. Now, why have I made a monstrosity? Well, it's because these DB9s are actually the same plugs as a Genesis controller. So, I can just plug this into here, and then plug the Arduino into my PC, and now my Genesis controller is a PC controller. Amazing. I'm going to... Is this an upcoming video? It may be eventually. I'm not... What I'm saying right now probably won't be in the video because I'm just kind of making this stuff off the top of my head. Still have Bill Gates on Photoshop here. I'm trying to find... Oops, not that. That. Alright. Where's that controller testing website? Which has no right to work as well as it does, by the way. Oh, I guess I plugged into Player 2. Or it just decided not to work today as I'm trying to demonstrate this. How embarrassing. There we go. Right. So, yeah. I can now play PC games with my Genesis controller, and I should point out that this was really, really simple to do, because basically the Genesis controller is a really really simple controller. Every pin basically corresponds to a button, so all you have to do in the Arduino is just check every pin in a loop, and then that means the button is pressed or not. So this is like Babby's first hardware device. However, what I like about it is that it's really simple. That it doesn't take like it takes basically like $2 or $3 worth of parts, and really simple software, and you can just kind of put it together. So I've thought about like trying to make a kit out of it, like something that people can buy and build themselves. Just because I think that'd be kind of interesting. What was really cool was using a Genesis controller to play Sonic Mania, because then it just straight up felt like a Genesis game. It was really wild, a really wild experience. Should play Sonic Runners on the Genesis controller. I actually probably could. The only thing is I don't know if the game actually has controller support. We know it has like keyboard and mouse support, because that's how they developed it. They obviously developed it on PC, so they were gonna need keyboard and mouse support. But we might have to add gamepad support, or maybe use like Joy to Key or something, like a hack like that. Have you converted it to X input? There's actually I had two different versions of this code. One of them was X input, which obviously worked the best, and you know, Sonic Mania picks up X input controllers automatically. But there's apparently an issue with using X input, which is that apparently to use it you have to replicate Microsoft's device and vendor IDs. If you don't do that, then no driver will detect it as an X input device, and I'm not entirely sure that that's legal. So yeah, if I'm thinking about like making a kit out of this, then I don't know if it's legally clear to actually make it an X input controller. So right now, you can see it's just kind of a generic gamepad. Oh, not that one, this one. It's just kind of generic buttons, so you'd have to map these manually. There are ways that I think I could make this better, because we're entering an era where mapping buttons is becoming pretty like Byzantine. A lot of emulators are implementing SDL2 input, which now comes with a lot of like controller mapping, so you don't have to do that anymore. But obviously they're not going to have a mapping for this like random shit that I whipped up, so I'm thinking of trying to find a way to match an existing mapping maybe, so that it can so that it will pick up on a lot of things, but without doing like X input, without necessarily emulating an existing device like an X input controller. So I'm not entirely sure exactly how that's going to work, but that's something that I worked on recently, and it was pretty cool. Sonic Runners has remnants of an edit mode access through a controller? Hell yeah! I love that. Yeah, Sonic games are especially good, like, with a... because the thing about playing games on an emulator is that it doesn't quite feel right, because you're not usually using the right controller. You're usually using like either a keyboard and mouse or like a much more modern controller. But if you play Genesis emulators with a real Genesis controller, it starts to feel pretty much like the real thing. Especially if you're using like an accurate emulator like Blastem, then it starts to feel like you're just playing the real console, like you just plugged a capture card into your PC or something like that. So I kind of dig that, and I like how simple this was to put together as well. Patreon alert, I subbed to your Patreon. Thank you so much for subscribing. Every little bit helps. Remember, if you want to watch my videos completely ad and sponsor free, and at least 24 hours before everyone else, go follow me on Patreon, or go subscribe to me on Patreon. I try to make it as worthwhile as possible within means. What is your favorite milkshake flavor, common or uncommon? I'm like pretty boring on milkshake. I like vanilla or strawberry. I'm not like a huge chocolate guy in general. Vanilla would probably be my go-to. Playing Fortnite on a Sega Genesis controller. How many buttons do you need to play Fortnite? Because, okay, so I have the 3-button controller here, which is 4 buttons if you include start, but realistically it's 3 and a D-pad. But I also have the 6-button controller, which, including the start button, is 7 and a D-pad. So Every button on the Xbox One controller. How many is that? There's 4 on the front, 4 in the form of like shoulder buttons and triggers, start and back, or I guess they're, what are they, options and view now, or whatever. 10 buttons. Maybe you don't need 3 or 4 of those. Should play Genesis with an SNES controller. It's a good point. I don't have an SNES. I've never actually owned an SNES. I don't know why. I guess that they've always been kind of expensive. Like a Genesis, you can kind of pick those up for $20, whereas the Super Nintendo feels like it's always been like 80 or more. Play Clone Hero with it. Oh my lord. That's bad enough on a modern controller. There are enough buttons, right? Because you only need 5 face buttons and then a D-pad to like go up and down. I don't know how you do like whammy bar time, or like, I guess you just wouldn't. Oh, I guess maybe you could use, no, you've got a 6th button. You could use that for the whammy bar, or I guess what you'd want it for is what's that mode that you go into where it's like Rockstar mode? God, that sounds awful. Yep. Yep. I left for a bit. What's Matt talking about now? I'm talking about a controller adapter that I hacked together, where basically with this monstrosity of wires plugged into an Arduino, you can play Genesis controllers on your PC. And we're talking about like what kind of random shit we could play with the Genesis controller. Because the obvious solution is just play Genesis games or play Sonic Mania, which is, you know, kind of emulating a Genesis game. Which, like I said, Sonic Mania with the Genesis controller feels great. That's a great experience. I highly recommend that to everyone. But we're also talking about like what would it be like to play Fortnite or Clone Hero on the Genesis controller. How's that $1 Wii holding up? I'll spoil something for you. There is actually something else that I need to fix on that I'll probably turn into a video soon. Somebody got drugged and sexually assaulted at TwitchCon. Yeah, I saw that. There was a twitlonger about it. That sucks. Yeah, as far as I think, yeah,
Cheer 100 doesn't Rafnet Technologies have a Genesis to USB adapter? Also, how about a Hat in Time with it?
Hat in Time, you reckon? Yeah, a 3D game with this D-pad might be a little interesting. And yeah, you can absolutely get Genesis controller adapters from other like manufacturers. They absolutely exist. I'm not the first one to make one. What I like about this though is that it's really, really simple to make and really cheap. Like this is probably only no more than $5 worth of parts and a really simple code. So I was thinking about like, it could be interesting to turn it into like a kit that people could buy and just like build it for like $5. Because usually controller adapters are like pretty expensive. Now I actually don't know, let me look this up before I embarrass myself. How much an actual like Genesis to USB adapter costs. I just know that usually they can be upwards of like 20 or even like $40. Like even the OGX 360, as much as I think the OGX 360 is cool, most places were selling that for like $70. So what I liked about this this really simple thing is that it's extraordinarily cheap. Also, thanks for the sub, Big Lil. Thanks for the sub with the Bezos bucks. Remember, it is morally correct if you have Twitch Prime to not let that $2 go stay with Jeff Bezos and instead to give it to me. That was a lot of effort for that one close-up gag. Let me guess, for that $1 Wii, you have to fix the disk drive. Nope, it is not the disk drive. That is a good guess, though. Don't ask for spoilers. I want to be surprised. Don't. Yeah, it's gonna be a fantastic plot twist. Actually, I don't think it will be. But I haven't even like opened it up to look at it, so I don't even know. I have a feeling what's wrong, but I have no actual idea. So, we'll see. Why do you have a scene just ready for that? 'Cause I want to. I don't know. But yeah, so the $1 Wii, it's holding up. I still have it. However, there is something else I need to fix with it. And someday I'll make a video about it. Right now I'm like wrapped up in other repairs. That's the thing, is that oftentimes repairs take a really long time because you have to wait for like parts to arrive, or you have to acquire new tools. And so the repair that I've been working on back there, I don't even know if you can see it, that's been sitting around for like 2 months now. Now I challenge you to find a 50-cent GameCube. If I was in Japan, I could probably do it. Here, never. In anywhere in the West, never. And speaking of finding things in Japan, there's something I'm moderately pissed off about. Hang on, let me just configure something real quick. So, something I wanna... here we go. Yes! Yes! Okay. If you go back to my looking for Lego Island in Japan video, I have a clip somewhere in here where I show like a bunch of the stuff at Hard Off. And there's something here that I look back on and I'm like, why the fuck did I not buy that? Here we go, we're getting there. Here. They had a white PS3. Why didn't I pick that up? This is actually the GameCube that I picked up, the silver GameCube. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if I show it off, but yeah, I've made a video about this exact GameCube because I picked this exact thing up. But why didn't I pick up the white PS3? It looks sick. Or I could have gotten a Super Famicom for the first time. What's that plush pillow on your couch? Oh, you can't see it anymore because I sat on the couch. Hang on. It's a Twidge pillow. Yeah, I got it from TwitchCon. I've actually never seen a white PS3. Yeah, they're exclusive to Japan. So outside in us heathens in the West, we never got one. There we go. Yeah, we never got one, and I don't know why I didn't get it, because that would be so cool to have a white PS3. I don't know what was wrong with it. Like maybe it was like packed with cockroaches or something, but. Yeah, I'm a little bit mad that I didn't get that now, because it was right there. It was right there. Wow, that PS3 is whiter than I am. True. If you went back, would they still have it? I doubt it. That was like 3 years ago. Which, by the way, is one of the most frightening things in the world. The fact that video was 3 years ago. But, yeah, I have no idea. I'm guessing all that stuff is gone. Like, either it's either people have bought it or they just like threw it out. Because like, what can you do? You already grabbed like 3 consoles. I know, but it was a white PS3. Most PlayStations come in white in Japan. Do they? Because most of the ones in that video. By the way, Cookie Monster sitting on a minion. But most of the PS3s here are still black. Well, I guess there's only 2. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 PS3s are black instead of white. Yeah, I know. That was the real issue. Was how was I going to fit like all that shit in my luggage? Like, and the white PS3 is a bigger console than most, but still, come on, man. I don't think they threw things out there. I hope not. I mean, I'm just used to like retro stuff just not selling, and then they threw them out, and then I'm like, but I wanted that. If your luggage isn't mostly consoles by weight when you come back, you're doing it wrong. That's what I'm saying. I feel like next time I go to Japan, I'm gonna just bring like an empty suitcase and then just fill it up with shit. They have baskets at Hard Off, or are you carrying a Wii and a GameCube with just your hands? What was your interaction with the counter? I think they did have baskets. I don't remember. I might have just gone up to the counter carrying a GameCube. That was... Oh, there was that and the N64 power adapter. Those were the two things I got. The Wii I got from Super Potato, I think. Or some other store in like Akihabara or Osaka. But what was the experience like? Not very eventful. I just went up, I put it on the thing, on the counter. They said something like... No, they said something in Japanese that I couldn't understand, so I said wakarimasen, I don't understand, and they said, oh, no warranty, and I was like, oh yeah, I know, I've dealt with, I don't assume this is a working GameCube for 300 yen, and I'm hoping to at least make a video out of this, so don't worry, I know about the no warranty, and they were like, okay, and that was pretty much it. It was otherwise very uneventful. How tall are you? I'm on a good day 5'8.5", which is like average height. It's not very tall. I have a lot of 6 foot and 6'2" friends, so I'm often the shortest in the group. But yeah. People in Japan aren't super talkative, so most likely they didn't say anything. Yeah, pretty much. I think it's just not very eventful for them. Like they just have all sorts of junk, and like people just buy it for whatever. Case in point, what is this? Oh my god. Well, here's a white PS2. I actually like this. I actually kind of like electronics in white, but also it's $150, so I wonder what the white PS3 even cost. Was that like also 300 yen? I'll go back to Japan one day. I'll call it a business trip because I got so many videos out of that one Japan trip in 2019 that I probably that trip was probably a net profit for me because I got so much content out of it. Even though I didn't actually intend to, like I only went to visit, and it was just a coincidence that I started seeing all this stuff, and I was like, oh, I can make a video out of that. Like I was still making content from that trip like 2 years later. What's your ethnicity? I am half Chinese and half English, I guess would be the correct way, the correct term. The 6'1" friends, why have you forsaken me? Yeah, I'm the manlet of the group, but it's okay. I make up for it with my Lego Island reverse engineering skills. They're like, man, I would make fun of you for being short, but you just did such a good job on Lego Island. Is there no PC build for Sonic Runners Revival? I don't think so yet, but I think it's coming. I'm not like super in. I haven't kept super up to date with like the project since my contributions to it, but I know that there are plans, but I don't know when or what version. Tax write-off vacation, let's go! That's what I'm saying. That white PS3 was really that cheap. Worst case you'd have gotten with a white case to use for a working computer. You're actually 100% right. Like, it doesn't really matter if it doesn't work, because it's like, the only reason to get the white PS3 over any other PS3 is for the case, and, you know, I would have gotten the case out of it. Matt, if you go to Japan, can you try and find Shinseiki Evangelion. Eva to yokai na nakama tachi. Honestly, I can give it a try, but but I can't make any promises. The TwitchCon badge, I got that one for going to TwitchCon. Oh yeah. What is it? It's like a palm tree, right? Yes. I guess because California coast. I see Matt in person, he seems tall to me. Yeah, it's all relative, right? It's all about like who it's not about being tall, it's about being taller than everyone else, which I am not. But like I said, I make up for it with my superior Lego Island skills. Alright, what's this? Oh, yep. Another $150 white PS3. I don't know if I'd spend $150 on it. It looks fucking good. Like, I cannot deny. And I guess it would work, so, like, that's nice, I guess. I wouldn't have to fix it. But, still. I don't buy my consoles unless they're $10 and from a store called Hard Off. That's the deal. It's the half Lost Media Evangelion strip mahjong game. My god. I don't know, do I really want to pick that up? Like, Japan has a funny thing about, like, if you have a student visa, they don't want you working at, like, bars or casinos or, like, yeah, or running, like, pachinko places. They're kind of seen as, like, I guess, like the underbelly, like you're not supposed to do that sort of thing. You can only really do it if you're like a citizen. Otherwise, they want to kind of pretend that stuff doesn't happen. So I don't know, if I start picking up strip mahjong games, I don't know if that'll make me look great as far as international relations go. Hang on, I want to actually like, oh, it's only the student visa. I see. I'm looking up like, I want to back that up with a source. Yeah, it might only be student visas that can't work in pachinko parlors and whatnot. Hang on. As a student, you can apply for almost any kind of job posting, but you're not allowed to partake in those that are related to adult entertainment. These types of jobs would include the following: bars, hostess bars, host clubs, video game arcades. Yeah, that's another funny one. Arcades. In the West, we kind of consider them, like, video game arcades as kind of like, you know, cool for kids, and like, you bring your family to an arcade and stuff like that. Apparently in Japan, they're kind of seen as a bit like the adult entertainment, and so a lot of arcades have ties with Yakuza. Like Sega apparently has a lot of ties with Yakuza, which is, you know, why they made that game. But yeah, so video game arcades, pachinko parlors, love hotels, oh yes, adult goods or video stores, massage parlors, and anything related to the sex trade. I mean, fair enough. So yeah, as a student you can't do those things. I don't know about, I guess in other visas it's fine, but that's what I remember seeing this and being like, damn, you know. Do you think you'll ever see another store as good as Hard Off, or at least with as good of a name as Hard Off? Genuinely, I don't think so, because Hard Off is such a good name. However, I don't want to underestimate the Japanese. I don't think I'd ever find something that good in the West, because I don't think I'd ever find something with that good of a...
Cheer 100. Does that mean Tron has a higher age rating in Japan because the main character Flynn owns an arcade?
Maybe.
P.
Maybe. I have no idea. P. Yeah. I don't think I'd see anything... I like... The brilliance of Hard Off is the combination of great deals and great branding. So, I don't think I would ever see that kind of combination in the West. However, I'm not gonna put it past the Japanese. Like, keep in mind, another big arcade, like retro arcade, or not arcade.
Cheer 100 Shamrock 100 it's Mat 6 what is hard off better than hard on?
I'm gonna say yes. A hard on is fun at all, but I was in the presence of a white PS3 for a second. So I don't know if they really compare. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever find a combination of that good of a deal and that good of a name anywhere outside of Japan. But keep in mind that, you know, one of the other big retro game places in Japan is called Super Potato. That's also pretty good, so I'm not going to put it past them to come up with something better. But I don't know, I don't see how you'd ever top on perfection. I don't buy my consoles unless there are at least 5 capacitors on the verge of exploding. I mean, kind of true. I've gotten to the point where I'm confident enough in my repairability that, like, if I really want a console, I figure I may as well save some money and buy it broken, because I can probably figure out how to fix it. A love hotel is just a hotel they built with love, right? I like to think so. I mean, I've never been to a love hotel, but I remember when I went with friends in 2017, I was hanging out with the friends, and then 2 of them split off to like go do something. I think they went to see a concert or something, and we were expecting them to come back and like regroup, but they never did. And then the next morning we discovered that they'd decided to spend the night at a love hotel. They didn't say what they were doing, but that's what they did. That's where they went. How was recompiling Sanic? It was pretty good. I mean, it took a lot of effort, but nowadays, like, it works pretty well in Unity, the source code. I don't know if they're ever gonna open source the client. Like, I'm leaving that decision up to them. I can see why they wouldn't, because of like anti-cheat concerns, but yeah, it's fun to look at. America would have a fat on. Oh god. In the UK, oh, that's true. In the UK, they have Sex, a store called Sex. And we actually... No, I do not want Google to know my location. To be fair, we also have these in Australia. They're pretty good. The only thing... My problem with them was I found them a little bit overpriced. Like I said, the combination of great deals and a great name is what makes Hard Off so good. Every time I go in, I call them sex workers. That's a good point. I gotta start saying that. Actually, maybe I don't. Maybe they'd call the cops and be like, "This man is in here talking about sex." I want to go to a love hotel, but I don't have a boyfriend. Is that a prerequisite? Do you have to have a boyfriend to go to a love hotel? Matt, remember Gex? I do remember Gex. I used to play... there was like a PC demo that we had that I used to play. CEX is in Ireland too? Hell yeah. We all have a common bond in sex. Here in Arizona, my ISP is Cox. That's actually... I've seen ads for Cox. They're always like, Cox business, and I'm like, damn right. That's the business I want to be in. Google wants to know your location specifically when you're looking for sex. Google can help you out. We can find some sex near you. Sex is a good shop. I can smell a bit. Is it? Does it smell? Oh dear. Oh no, what have you sent me? Oh, the Geeky Exchange. Oh, the place called Gex. Alright, hold on. Got a big long Google Maps link for me. Yeah, now I remember. Right across the road from CEX, I'm pretty sure. Let's get a street view. Yeah, oh actually we don't even need a street view. Right across the road from Sex is Gex. And KFC, because honestly, why not? It's the trifecta of it's everything good in the world. Gex, Sex, and KFC. amazing. Oh, and Subway, because who doesn't love Subway? Wait, but where's... I want to actually see the Gex. Did I pass it already? Also, a cactus. Oh, it's over there. It's got a bunch of shopping bags in front of it. Oh, no, wait, that's just CEX. That's just sex. Oh, Gex is here. That's why I was getting wrong. What's this? Was this... What did I just get a notification for? Oh, it's a sub. For some reason, it hasn't come up on my Twitch dashboard. Yeah, Twitch hasn't figured it out yet. Who subscribed? Thank you so much for the sub, Mark Lamau. Honestly, I agree. But thank you so much for the sub. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great day. I think I'm having a great day because I'm looking at my next trip to London where I can get some sex, and some KFC. And anyway, this bit is getting old. Let's move on. Gex Sex and KFC sound like the best date night ever. That's what I'm saying. Seriously, eBay has PS2s for like 30 and CX has them for like 80. Yeah, that's kind of that's Sex has the Sex branding is top notch, I gotta say, but they just don't have the good deals that Hardoff has. At least in Ireland, KFC is controversy. Isn't like Subway? Didn't the Subway become controversial in Ireland because their bread is not technically bread? So is there another controversy with KFC? Am I gonna register my Hypercam 2? Never! I would never register Hypercam 2 or WinRAR. Sorry, that was probably loud. I used an off-brand version of Hypercam 2 back in the day called ZD Soft Recorder. Oh my god. I used to use Cam Studio. Honestly, Cam Studio was not bad. I mean, it wasn't the greatest thing in the world, but it got the job done and it didn't put a watermark on your shit. So, you know. Today we are so blessed with like the kind of screen recording and streaming tools that are available to us now. Like, the shit was rough back in like 2008, 2009. Do you go to Subway first or KFC? It depends what I'm in the mood for. If I'm really feeling junk food, it's KFC. But if I just want a regular sandwich, I'd probably just go to Subway. Hardoff really is such a good name. I might visit Japan just for Hardoff. That's what I'm saying. KFC got controversial on Ireland over horrible sanitation and worker conditions. Yikes. Did people get sick off KFC? That's a big oof. And that's gonna open Notepad. Am I? What's this link that I've been sent? Oh, not bad. Not bad. Okay. Not a bad find. It's a white PS3 for 6,000 yen, which is not as bad as it sounds. In USD, that's only $40. Really? My god. Has the yen gone down in value? Holy shit. Yeah. $1 used to be like... I can show you, I can see how much it used to be because I have a video about it. Yeah. 110 yen used to be $1. Now it's only 74. Either the US dollar has gone up a lot or the fucking yen has plummeted. That's so sad. Well, actually, it's kind of good for me because most of my money is in US dollars now. I can buy a white PS3 for $40. What's not to like about that? Yen has gone down. Also, the dollar is raging right now. I love to hear it. Fucking love that shit. Quality of KFC is highly dependent on location. Some are great, some are just awful. I can definitely believe that. You don't have a hydrate reward, but make sure to drink water. That's a good idea. Believe me, the dollar is really strong right now compared to most of the rest of the world. That's great. That's great news for me. It's a good time to leave Australia. I'm just kidding. I love my friends and family from down under. Whatever. Rare Apple PowerBooks? Was there a Japan exclusive PowerBook? Holy fuck! I gotta go to Japan. I gotta go to Japan while the dollar is strong, so I can just suck up as much white PS3 power as possible. KFC in Canada is better than KFC USA? Interesting. I think I've only had KFC in the US once, and I couldn't tell any difference from KFC in Australia. But I don't know what that means. Like, was the KFC that I had in Australia bad, or was the KFC I had in America good? Or I've certainly never had KFC in Canada. How's the euro doing? Well, the trend would appear to be it's on the down. My god. Oof! All year it's been dropping. That's so sad. The yen. How's the AUD doing? Oh, it's a bit down, but no more down than usual, I don't think. Oh, this was a sad time. 58 cents to the dollar this was right when the pandemic started. That's so rough. Imagine all of your dollars being worth like almost half what they used to be. Oh, I guess it's not that bad. It's like a quarter less. Still. You should check flights. I actually should. I don't know when I'd go. I don't know. I guess I'd have to stay for the next couple months because I have like stuff I have to get done. But how the pound is doing? Oh yeah, I've heard not great things about the pound. I'm not gonna lie. My friends in the UK are not very happy. They're feeling a little bit anxious. It's not as steep of a cliff as the yen, but yeah, it's the trend is definitely down compared to the US dollar. Bro, what a great time to live in the US. Oh, check the Canadian dollar. We're just gonna check currencies for the rest of the stream. Oh my god. Actually,
Matt, you rock. Thanks for hanging out. I have to head out, but looking forward to your next stream. Cheer 1000.
Oh, 1000 bits. Holy shit. Thank you so much for the bits, Batman TDK 2005. I appreciate the support, and I'm glad you could stop by. Thank you so much. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or evening, whatever time zone you're in. That's not. It looks steep, this drop, but it's actually like only 4 cents. It's still not quite. It's 4 cents very recently, like within the last month. It's not quite the downward spiral that the yen is for the last year. Yeah, that's like a whole like quarter or third off. Swiss francs? I don't know anything about Swiss francs. I've never had to deal with this currency. I wouldn't say it's convincingly going down any more than it was. Well, I guess there was over the pandemic months, or years actually, over the pandemic years it was higher than usual, but otherwise it seems relatively within bounds. What did someone say? Oh, PLN. Which one's that? That's Poland, right. Oh no. Yeah, that doesn't look great either. Hey Matt, are you going to consider switching to Firefox or another...
Late ASF submessage. Twitch be bug in.
Thank you so much for the sub message. Yeah, that was the one that didn't show up earlier. Weird. I think Twitch does that sometimes, but I appreciate the sub. Thanks for the Bezos bucks. Are you going to consider switching to Firefox or another browser because of what Google is doing with Chrome and Chromium? Yeah, I'm considering it. The thing is that Chrome, I'm just used to the user experience with Chrome. Like, I'm used to the keyboard shortcuts and all of that. But I think I ought to switch to Firefox just because, yeah, for obvious reasons. Then why are gas prices so ridiculous, RN? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because they were better for a bit, but they've gotten worse again, which is unfortunate. Unlucky that I had to drive to San Diego just as the gas prices for TwitchCon, just as the gas prices went back up. Check Bitcoin. Oh god. Oh god. Well, honestly, it's still better than 2020. It's still a net positive, but yeah, rip anyone that invested like here or like here. Yeah. Rip anyone who got sucked into the Dogecoin pump and dump. Big oof. Well, I mean, but still, there are more people with Dogecoin today than there used to be. So, yeah. So, I mean, all of these things, they're just redistributions of wealth, and usually not from the wealthy people to the poor people, usually from the poor people to the wealthy people, because usually it's the wealthy people who they're the ones that start the pump and start the dump, so they're the ones that benefit the most. Don't mention BTC, I'm still mourning. Lol. Indian rupees? Again, that's another currency I don't know anything about. Oh, that's just been...
Crypto and metaverse is dying. As a VR chat user, I can't be more happier. Cheer 100 also. If you want a sad story, look up the story of NES VR and NCR.
Oh no, what are those? Crypto and metaverse. Yeah, honestly, it's probably a net gain that those are dying. Yeah, it's a downward trend. I don't know how bad it really is because it's all relative. Like, it was 0.016 and now it's 0.012. That doesn't feel like a huge drop, but it certainly is a downward trend. I invested 500 in like April 2022, safe to say I lost that money. Yeah, it happened. It happened. Remember when everyone was talking about NFTs? Like, now you don't hear about them at all. GeoGuessr? Yeah, I play that a little bit later. I might, I want to show some TwitchCon clips because I am in a handful of actual streams and I think that'd be really funny to watch those back. Saudi Rial? I don't even know if that's how you say that. Another currency I don't know anything about, but let's have a look. Huh! This is the flattest line we've seen all day, which suggests that the US dollar and the Saudi, however you say this word, are very like closely linked, and I'm gonna say that's probably because of oil. It's probably quite true that both of these are equally dependent on oil. But then again, I don't actually know. I don't know anything about that. What about... interesting. So it's not... That's so interesting. So with the AUD, it's like gone up and down as you might expect. Or, I don't know, what about the pound? Yeah, up and down like you'd expect, but with the USD, they are absolutely like lockstep. That's so interesting. I know I like oversimplified it by saying it's probably oil, but maybe I actually wonder what the what socio-political, socio-economic factors are going into that. It's My Party. Is that the same one I created like a week ago? Never went into NFTs. Yeah, no, NFTs was literally like a pyramid scheme. It was literally just, I'm buying this because I think I can convince someone later on to buy it for more. Has a slight downward trend? I guess so, but very, very slight. Extraordinarily slight. Mostly recently, actually. We went from sex workers to how much rupees are. We did. Technically, we did. Wow, I didn't know they would keep My Party around for that long. But that's cool. Yeah, I'm down to play some a little bit later on. For now, though, I have to show a funny thing that happened. I hope that everyone is... I hope the people in this clip are fine with me showing it. I think they'd be fine because this literally happened live in front of like 30,000 people.
Cheer 100. I know I'm repeating this, but NCR was a coinus made to allow the community to be paid for their work, but was the target of a pump and dump.
Damn, really? So it was a coin made for like legitimate reasons, but then they like it ended up getting pumped and dumped anyway. That's depressing. Is NCR a rug pull? Oh, interesting. Hold up. Hold up. So you really put your life saving in crypto? If you did, then you gotta suit yourself. Oh, I see. Because I guess the guy was talking about lawsuits. Now, you can't file a lawsuit against them because crypto goes up, crypto goes down, and you did this of your own volition. It reminds me of the Boogie situation. I don't want to get into like too much drama, but didn't he also invest all of his life savings into... Yeah. Again. Yeah, I'm finally rich. How crypto made me rich. I need your help. Oh dear. Yep. I mean, that's kind of how... I mean, it's gambling to an extent, and that's kind of how it is. Wasn't Doge literally a joke to begin with? Yeah, that was kind of it. It was a meme coin, but sometimes memes are surprisingly profitable. I mean, look at Shrek TVs. They sell for like $3,500 now, which is far more than they ever would have sold for, you know, when they were brand new. So, yeah, occasionally a meme can actually make something valuable. So, I'm listening to your stream in pristine digital via the Toslink output of my Airport Express. Hell yeah! That's some. Do they even sell? They don't sell like Airport Expresses anymore. That's some like retro technology, isn't it? Speaking of retro technology, big rip to anyone who has Gen 2 or Gen 3 Apple TVs, or which ones were just recently... Or is it maybe it was Gen 3 and 4? Which ones were just recently made obsolete? Yeah, the iPhone like won't cast to it anymore. So yeah, that's unfortunate. That's why you should just get a Chromecast, but well. There's a YouTube video if you want. Oh, that could be interesting. Yeah, send that in the Discord and I might watch that after the stream. Did you watch the Dan Olsen video on crypto and NFTs? Yes, I did. And I sent it to people as well because yeah, a lot of my friends were like, "What the fuck is an NFT and what is crypto? Is it really just a pyramid scheme?" And yeah, it pretty much is just a pyramid scheme. I'll invest stocks in Matt KC. You better get 1 million subs. I'm working on it. Airport Express from about 2006. Yo, that's sick. I love. That's like that was the good era of Apple. Was like about 1998 to 2000 and, well, maybe like 2011, 2010 maybe. K coin. KC coin, yes. There you go. No, I'm not going to make my own crypto because, again, it would just be me, like, pump and dumping my fans. It would be a redistribution of wealth from my fans to me. So, no. The future, ladies and gentlemen, you can only use products you buy until they say you can't. That's right. You will own nothing and you will like it. Don't let Adobe catch you using an old version of Photoshop. You are no longer licensed to use the software. So, yeah. Which is funny, because I still use a lot of CS6 shit. So I guess they're gonna sue me now. Whoops. iOS, best looking iOS version, don't at me. That's what I'm saying. You can pump and dump me. Adobe is the shittest company ever. True! I'm glad I got comfortable with GIMP. Yeah, I'm currently still running Photoshop in Wine. It's the CS6 version. But I'm learning, like, I'm becoming more comfortable with stuff like Krita and GIMP and all that shit. So I am gradually becoming a fully open source operation. So cloud games were a big scam. Yeah, that kind of sucks as well. Though, while I was at TwitchCon, they gave me 5 months. They inadvertently gave me 5 months of, like, Xbox gaming live, so for free. So I'm like, I might use that, but only because I didn't pay for it. Yeah, because they had an Xbox booth, and I showed up with a friend, and they gave me a month of free Xbox Live, and then I showed up again, and they didn't know. I think they didn't know that we'd been there already, so they gave me another month of Xbox Live, and then we like chilled in the Xbox lounge for a bit, and then for chilling there, they gave me like 3 months, so I literally have 5 months of Xbox Live just for like showing up at the booth. Should I get a pirated version of Photoshop? Yes. As we all know, it is morally correct to pirate Adobe products. I'm glad I switched to Krita. Yeah, I'm in the process. There are still some things that I still use Photoshop for, but Krita is, as far as I can tell, like the closest equivalent. You made it out of TwitchCon back intact. I did. I didn't go into the foam pit, but to be fair, my friends that did go into the foam pit also did not break anything. So, yeah. I use a very small needle with a magnet, edit my picture straight off the hard drive platter. That is a good way to do it, I will say. You should be pirating everything. I pirated my copy of Paul Blart Mall Cop. Look, I believe in supporting the creators of things, but when companies like are actively shitty and like make it hard for you to support them, then I don't have a lot of sympathy at that point. We went into this last stream, but if you like, if a company like just straight up isn't selling something, or it just isn't available on a streaming service in like the country that you're in, then it's kind of, I don't really have a lot of sympathy at that point. But if you can support things, then I believe in supporting things. I use Clip Studio for my art and animation. I'm glad I made the jump from Adobe. Hell yeah. Yeah, I've heard good things about Clip Studio. I don't do like drawing, so I don't know if it'd be suitable for me. But then again, Krita is supposed to be more of a drawing app, but yeah. Oh yeah, Paint.net is not like, it's not a website. It's an application called Paint, and it's made in .net, so .net is like the suffix of the program name. WinRAR lets you get it for free. Yeah, same with Reaper actually. They're like, they're like paid programs, but they still let you use them. I am trying to use open source stuff as much as possible. Is pretty much my way of getting around that. All right, I have a funny clip for everyone to watch. Hopefully, I think people would be fine with me showing it because, like I said, it literally streamed in front of like 20,000 people. Oh. So, if you're on Twitch a lot, you probably know about big political streamer Hasanabi, aka Hassan Piker. And while I was there, one of my friends really wanted to track him down. And I was like, lol, that sounds like a good idea, I'll come with you. We went as a group, but so I... hang on. So what we did, he was streaming at the time, and in any other context this would be quite creepy, but because it was at TwitchCon, it was fine. I think I think it was morally permissible. Like in any other context, if you like run after, if you like watch someone stream or look at photos they post and then like try to track down where they are, that would be pretty creepy. But I think it was permissible because it was TwitchCon. So, and we did. We tracked him down. We found him, and this is how the interaction went. My friend really wanted a photo with him, but he was in a rush. I don't know where he was going, but he was in a big boy hurry. So this is what happened. You can actually see me in this clip. I'm on the far left. So here we go. This was one of the highlights of TwitchCon.
Wait, just one.
Yeah, just one.
All right.
Awesome.
Okay, so here we are. I am this one. I'm this guy. Okay, and here's how the interaction went.
All right, we gotta move quick. Bye, guys. I gotta go somewhere.
Okay, no problem.
I love that because, and I get it, you know, he's in a hurry, he's trying to get somewhere. And in fact, he even says at the start of this clip, he's like, I got, you know, just one photo. We just get one photo, you know, we got to move, we got to go. But we didn't hear any of that because we're off in the distance. So all that happened to us was, Hassan, can I get a photo with you? And he's just like, I got to go. And we're like, okay, no problem. So she's like, okay, no problem.
Wait, just one.
Yeah, just one.
Yeah, so he's literally like, because he's in a hurry, he's just like, okay, just one photo, it's fine, we'll do this one, and then we got to get going.
All right.
Awesome.
All right, we gotta move quick. Bye.
We got to move quick. Nope. Can you take a photo with me? No. No. Anyway. So yeah, that's my appearance. I was briefly on the Hasanabi broadcast, right here. That's me. That's my claim to fame, my 15 minutes of fame, except it was actually only like 2 seconds, so. Looked super shy. I think I was just, in general, when I'm like in public, I don't say a lot. At least you were cool about it. Yeah. We would never be... I don't think any of us would be like, how fucking dare they? I think we're all like... We're all pretty understanding. And it makes sense, especially in context, because he literally says, we gotta move. We didn't hear that, but he literally says in the clip, like, we gotta move quick. And just before... So, yeah. Bring back the eyeshadow and Keck. Then I'll become more recognizable. Then people will stop me in the street all the time. Show TwitchCon building location on Google Maps or private thing? What do you mean? Like, we were at TwitchCon, like we were in it, and he was streaming so we could like identify where he was in the building, so we could just be like, oh, he's near here, let's go over there. That was basically how it went. I swear I don't know where Kadikarus lives. It's actually one of two kind of rude interactions the Sanai group had. Yeah, someone else got a photo with him later. I don't necessarily. I wouldn't say I'd find it rude. I just think that he's just being very blunt about it. Like I get that he's like in a hurry and he wants to like. I get that it's like annoying to have people swarming you all the time. So I would say it's more blunt than rude. But yes, it was technically one of two. Aloha, welcome to the stream, Elliptagon. Thanks for stopping by. A busy guy. Yeah, I guess so. All right. What do you think of the angry video game nerd? I am a huge fan of his, well, I huge fan of him in general. For a long time, very inspired by him. I don't really watch much of him anymore. I met Dan TDM. Oh yeah, isn't that a Minecraft guy? The Project Stellar thing for Xbox? I have not. What is that? Oh shit. Make Megahertz. I kind of know these guys. So actually, not like personally, but I know their stuff. No way. Is this a new mod chip? Huh. Holy shit, it's got an ARM processor in it and it like hooks into your Xbox. Legal reimplementation. Wow. So it's an actual... It's a whole new BIOS for your Xbox, but legal? That is sick. How have I not heard about this? I was actually going to talk about this in a video because we all know the OpenXenium. It's like the go-to, it's been the go-to mod chip for a while, but they literally can't make them anymore because this flash chip, it's like completely out of stock everywhere. Like if you look it up, yeah, the model number, it's literally factory lead time is like 52 weeks. That's like a year from now. Yeah, it's like if you buy one now, you can't expect to get one until like the end of next year. So they can't make these mod chips anymore because they rely on both of these flash chips that are completely fucking like, they're just gone. You just can't make them anymore. They just don't have enough of them. And so I was wondering like what was going to happen. Like were we just going to have to wait another year before we got any mod chips? But I guess they're making something new. And I guess it's a completely... Yeah, because OpenXenium, I think, had some theoretical legal issues. Like maybe it was built with the XDK, or maybe it used some proprietary code, or... I don't exactly know what the issues were, but I knew that there were some issues. And that OpenXenium was just kind of allowing that to keep running, like allowing people to keep building chips that could run that. But this is actually really cool. I like that. I like the idea that there's actually something we can use now and manufacture. Oops. I just came from your North Korea video. I came to see the brown couch. Well, there it is. Yeah, it's funny. I'm surprised how many comments I get about the couch. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be because I have specifically made it the backdrop of my streams. But everyone talks about how long it is. And I never really thought about it because it was just kind of donated to me. Shame his chair wasn't there. That's the real streamer. True! You're right. What the hell do I do with these bubble things? I got like 1.9k. Yo! Thank you, Zacharias X@. Thank you. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but thank you so much for the sub with the Bezos bucks. Remember, it is morally correct. It is morally correct to make sure those $2 don't go to Amazon. Instead, go to me. No, I'm just making a joke, but I appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. Long couch. It takes an awfully long chicken to hatch a long couch. Technically, it used to be longer because this couch is actually supposed to have an L section. Like, there's supposed to be, another segment of it that like becomes an L. Yo.
Cheer 100. Do you currently have a hacked Switch? Would you even consider modding one given that it is a semi-tethered method?
Here's another spoiler for you. I actually have a Switch. I purchased a second-hand one, and I am on the fence about modding it. It's an earlier model where you can actually do that proper, like, you can do that hardware hack, and I've gone so far as confirming that hack works, where you like bridge 2 pins of the Joy-Con. So I know that works. But I haven't concluded whether I want to mod it yet or not. I feel like I should, just because modded consoles are cool. But also I'm wondering if I should not mod it in case I want to like play online with it. Whoops, you have to put the long couch in your computer. So the answer is I have a Switch now. It is not yet hacked, and I'm like kind of deciding whether I want to hack it or not. Is the couch leather? I think so. Oh yeah, I was saying it's supposed to be a bigger couch than it is, but like they were like, do you want to take the L? Haha. And I was like, I don't know if I have the space for that. Like, this literally goes from wall to wall of this apartment, or this room in my apartment. So I don't know if I could have any more of it. Maybe if I get it, when I get a bigger place, maybe I can if they still have the rest of the couch, I can get the rest of it. Matt isn't actually long. The couch isn't actually very long. Matt is just very narrow. Good point. That's the weight loss is going well. RCM method. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, he's actually not 3D. This is actually Paper Matt KC. The 1,000-year boar. A person that is single, I think, has a couch for 10 people. I guess so. I mean, if you're using it as a bed, it's only you might be able to fit 2 people on it, staying over. You can play online with a modded Switch. It's emunand. Yeah, I've heard about that, but I've also heard that people get banned anyway. Like, maybe it's just people like fucking up, right? But I don't know. I don't know for sure. So like, I might try it. I might like just I might like just risk it and go for it. I mean, if it doesn't work out, I can probably just get a second-hand Switch for online if it ends up being something that I really want to do. But unable to take the L. That's me, baby, on a daily basis. Unable. Safer online player, just don't run cheats here. Yeah, I know someone got banned for like running, I think maybe their Hulu app was hacked and they accidentally ran their Hulu app. Like, it just seems to be one of those things where like, if you're not like super careful, it can happen. And like, so some people have had like an unbanned modded Switch since launch, and some people, they get modded like in the same day. And like I said, maybe they're just like, it's just because they're making mistakes, and but maybe it's something else. Like, so I don't know. I'm leaning towards I'll mod it and then risk making it online. But yeah, I haven't really made a conclusive decision yet. If you get banned while using emunand, you did something wrong, like playing pirated games online or something. Yeah, I can believe that. That would make sense. When will Matt KC get some women? Bro, sometimes the universe has these mysterious questions that we just have no answers for. I've never seen a woman in my life, so I couldn't tell you. I don't really have a Nintendo Switch. I mainly use my PC for stuff. Yeah, I think PC is becoming like a really viable platform nowadays. So, like I haven't been super interested in the last couple generations of consoles. What kind of idiot would do that? Good point. Welcome to the stream, Ramen2X. You might have been here for a while, but thanks for stopping by. I've used using Atmosphere since like forever. My most used features are background FTP and stream games to my PC via SysDVR. I don't know any capture cards, so this method is nice to stream my Switch to friends. Interesting. Yeah, I think a modded Switch would be sick. Yeah, I just haven't decided yet. Like I said, I'm leaning towards modding it and either risking it or if I get banned, like maybe I'll find a way to get a second Switch. Motherless? That's me. No, women are an amorphous concept. No, I mean if it's not made of x86 assembly, I don't know how it works. Rate this picture out of 10. Hang on. What have you sent me? I shouldn't be laughing at this. I really shouldn't. But the stretched T-pose Sonic and the I hate my life is what got me. Because honestly, relatable. Just use your Wii U? Yeah, I guess so. Is it time for GeoGuessr? Yeah, I think so, probably. What do you think about all these logos being simplified and corporate? Not a huge fan. I like... yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of flat UI. I never liked how Windows 10 looked. Thankfully, I think that's starting to kind of 180. People are starting to be like, okay, yeah, maybe we went a little too flat. Maybe some 3D is actually good. I still think that... hang on. I still think that this was the peak of UI design. So, and you're never going to convince me that it wasn't. So, yeah, and therefore... I'm not going to say that I like. I'm never going to be for flat UI design. Sorry to say. I met two camps of people: those who only work in x86 assembly, and those who despise it and think it's an abomination and risk is the future. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure one of those is true. Port Minesweeper to the Wii U. I could. There's a decomp out there. Based. Windows 7. Agreed. Yes. Also not a big flan. Yeah, that's what happens when you try to say flat and fan at the same time. I'm a small flan. I think Vista looks better, but this is a close second. Yeah, I like Vista as well. I guess if I had to choose, it would be the aqua look. Some people may not like it, but this is what peak performance looked like. Bruh, I gotta steal that joke. I've got to steal that joke because that's actually pretty good. Sorry, I'm writing down your joke and I'm stealing it live on twitch.tv. Okay, thanks. CDE, oh no. You sure about that, Chief? No, to be fair, I don't think I ever used CDE. I saw like screenshots of it. I know that at one point, when I was a kid, my dad had Red Hat 5, I think, on a PC, and I was like pissed off because I only knew how to use Windows 98 at that point. No, it couldn't have been this. It didn't look like that. It looked more like this. 4 apparently, according to this. Yeah, it looked pretty much like this. But yeah, I was pissed off because I couldn't play any Windows games on it. So eventually he installed Windows 95 on it just for me. Like I said, he was a nice dad. He still is. You know what? Oh, you know what? What's a really good UI? Next Step. Yes, my boy. To be fair, I haven't used a lot of Next Step either, though. But there's something I kind of like about it. CD's nuts. Yeah, true. Vista looks good, but 7 is better. No, I feel like Vista is more consistent, but yeah, I don't know. Do you miss the Windows Internet games like Reversi? I'm working on reviving those, and it's actually a joke doing so for the XP era, unlike the Vista Plus era ones that use XML. I don't know if I actually ever played those. I might have been too old to miss those. Caught in whatever resolution this is. Red Hat is interesting. I mean, today it's just like GNOME, isn't it? But back then it was like, I think it was CDE or some form of it. Up until XP, Windows was ugly. I see where you're coming from. I think I'll always find Windows 98 too like nostalgic to truly think that though. Next step, mid, banned. I am banning you right now. IP ban. I love Next Step. Next Step 3.3 on CD. Hell yeah. Have you ever installed, there's that one, I guess it might be OpenStep, but one of those, you can actually install it in like a virtual machine. Windows 2000 is the best Windows. True. Used to run knockoff Next UIs on my PowerBook running Linux. Hell yeah. 7 is just what if we made Vista, but it looks worse. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I understand that. I can see where people might be coming from, but I disagree that 7 is better than Vista. In your opinion, what's the best language to learn? I'm considering to learn C, as I have an Intel 8086 compiler that uses a variant of C. Look, it really depends on what you want to do. I like C++, though I readily admit that there's a lot of things that like aren't consistent or like intuitive about it. But it's, as far as like usefulness, like there are so many games written in C++, there's so much open source code written in C++, so it's just such a useful language to be familiar with. Like before I knew C++, I was like, I felt like so crippled because I didn't know how to do anything with any of the software that was out there. But now that I'm like really familiar with it, I feel like it's like a superpower to know C and C++. But you know, there's plenty of stuff in other languages. There's plenty of reasons to use other languages. And so when I say if I would recommend learning C and C++, but not necessarily because they're like the best languages ever, just because I think they're the most useful. The best Windows is Windows 2004. True. I don't know who was here for the Windows 2004 stream, but I haven't made a clip of that yet. But that was when I was only 9 years old. Actually, 8. When I was only 8 years old, I made Windows 2004, and it was fantastic. It was better than anything Microsoft ever made. That's what I. I would love to see a Windows 10 or 11 skin that looks like 3.1. That'd be cool. The thing is, they've made Windows 10 and 11 so hard to customize. It's like really, I don't know if you can do stuff like that anymore. Like back in the XP and 7 days, you could like theme the shit out of your, out of Windows. Nowadays, it's like if you do, you'll like brick your system. I'm a C++ dev and I really like it, but it may be Stockholm Syndrome. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. It's like, Yo, thank you for the raid with 2 viewers. Welcome to the stream, Blargmeister and fans. Is that VOD gone? I'd still have it. Like I archive all of my streams, but I think it's off Twitch. Is Windows 2000 bot still here? No, I'm gonna rewrite Windows 2000 bot. It'll be back eventually. But yeah, I don't. When I say that my favorite language is C++, it's not necessarily because I think it's the best language or the easiest or most consistent or intuitive. I think there's plenty of things that you can complain about in C++. It's just that when you know C++, you can do so many things. Yo, welcome to the stream, Big Flopper 234. I mean, I think you're already here, but thanks for the raid. Do you understand C++ or C#? Yeah, I'm pretty good with all of those. The one I'd be least familiar with is probably C#, but like I feel pretty comfortable with it. Stardock Curtains runs on Windows 10 and 11, fully reskins the OS based on a ton of custom skins. That's cool. Yeah, I know there's stuff like window blinds. Is Curtains like another one of those? Yeah, I know there's stuff like that. Isn't that paid though? How do you raid? You go to your channel and type /raid, I think. Microsoft Bimbos now. That's a good OS. Windows 2000 was the first Windows I thought was remotely usable. At least 90% of that was just the fact that it didn't make you reboot after changing an IP address. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think Windows 2000 is probably the first one where it was like, okay, now this operating system works properly. I have a lot of nostalgia for Windows 98, but that thing was like buggy as hell. Why don't you use cool themes in KDE? I've tried a couple of the KDE themes, but they've always been like a little bit like mid. I don't know. What OS do you use mainly? It's pretty much like 90% Linux now. I do dip into Windows through a GPU passed through virtual machine every now and then, just for the handful of things that I haven't yet gotten running in Linux. But I'm gradually using Windows less and less, especially because like Steam or Valve. Proton is so good at running games now. So Hannah Montana Linux. Yeah, I've used Linux, and if you want to know the variant, it's Hannah Montana Linux. Real raid. Yes, a lot of raids with only one viewer. Did you try out Wayland or stick with X11? On and off, I've tried Wayland, but usually I find something that doesn't work right, so I go back to X11. For me, everything works on X11, and so I haven't really had a need to try out Wayland. 4 years since I last used GPU pass-through. Yeah, it's kind of the only way that I'm able to like main Linux, because there would be times like when I tried to main Linux in the past, and I would be in situations where like I'd be editing a video, and there aren't a lot of good video editors for Linux, so I'd be dual booting, rebooting into Windows to edit a video, and editing a video takes a long time. It can take like 2 weeks. So I'd be rebooting into Windows for like 2 weeks straight, and then at that point it's like, well, why are we even dual booting at all? Why don't you just main Windows? So now nowadays with the GPU pass through, I finally don't have to dual boot, and I'm working on getting on editing on Linux instead. X11 and Wayland is almost like IPv4 versus IPv6. Yeah, I am not opposed to Wayland as the future. It's just like right now X11 works perfectly fine. And anytime I use Wayland, it's like something doesn't quite work, especially games. Games are much generally work better on X11. Oh yeah, DaVinci Resolve is free and available on Linux. Yes and no. On Linux, the free version doesn't ship with an H.264 codec, so which I kind of need. So I'd have to get the paid version. So yeah. Do you have an NVIDIA GPU? Not as the Linux GPU, if that makes sense. Anyways, how about let's get on to some GeoGuessr. I don't know if Lemon Man is still here. Yes. When was this message from? Should I dual boot Ubuntu and Windows 10 on a 120 gig SSD? On a 120 gig SSD, no. Yeah, it's probably not, because if it's like 60 gigs each, that's probably not much, or probably not enough. And I'm personally not a fan of dual booting at all. I just don't like it. It just sucks, because like you have to, like, if you need to do something in the other OS, you have to stop everything you're doing, close everything, reboot. You have to wait for your computer to start up again. It starts up in a new OS, and nothing is the way that you want it to be. Because like, let's say you were watching like a Twitch stream but you've rebooted into a new OS, So now you have to open up that Twitch stream again, and chances are, if it's a secondary OS, it's probably been a bit since you last logged into it. So you're probably not logged into Twitch anymore. So you have to log into Twitch again, and it's just it's just wholly like inconvenient and frustrating. And so I am not a fan of dual booting, and that's why I don't do it, and why I wouldn't recommend it, and why the only reason I can main Linux today is because I don't have to dual boot Windows anymore. So, but that's just me. I think some people would probably be perfectly like patient with it, but I'm not. Okay, yes. GeoGuessr. Yeah. I think that seems about right. My guess, Earth somewhere. Join game. I don't... Right, yes. Post the link. If anyone wants to play GeoGuessr with me, it's like competitive. Click this link. What desktop environment do you use? I used to use GNOME, but now I'm KDE all the way. GNOME is just like kind of GNOME just doesn't like they okay. I'll just say KDE is a lot more customizable, which means I can make my system work a lot better. I can make it work a lot more how I want it to work than using other things. VM software, it's just like KVM slash QEMU, which I think is like the main, usually how people do it, like if they need to do GPU pass through. KD's the best, that's all. True. Anyone gonna join? Yeah, hang out and play GeoGuessr with me. I prefer GNOME, and I have a friend who uses KDE. We're natural enemies. There was a time when I preferred GNOME as well. Like, I think GNOME is like really pretty, and like I like macOS UI, and GNOME is much more similar to that. But there were just like little things that just kept like bugging me about it, and eventually like, yeah, just things that I wanted to do that it wouldn't let me do, or things that just didn't quite work how I wanted to do. And then like, if you wanted to look up how to change it, they'd be like, well, it's hard coded, so you got to recompile the whole thing. And it's like, well, thanks. So eventually, yeah, I just made the plunge to switch to KDE and never looked back. Matt, would you ever consider Hackintoshing? I've Hackintoshed quite a few times, actually. I probably wouldn't consider it now simply because Hackintoshes probably only have about a year or two left of life before Apple just stops supporting x86 forever. Now, that's not necessarily a reason not to do it, but it's like if you're trying to, if I'm building a system that I might be using in 2 years' time, then it makes more sense to invest in a system that will actually still be supported in that time. And also Hackintoshes can be kind of dicey in general. Like if you accidentally run an update, like it might fuck your whole system up. Now, like, so you can get a Hackintosh working really well. It's just like, it can be a little, well, I think it's probably not a great time to do it now. But I really like Hackintoshes. With OpenCore, it automatically blocks updates. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. Yeah, so there are probably ways to get around it, and probably ways to improve the experience. But yeah, it's one of those things where it requires a lot of like. There's a saying that Linux is free if you don't value your time, because you have to spend more time like maintaining it than you do with other OSs. I think that's getting better, but Hackintosh is very similar. Like Hackintoshes are cheaper than Mac hardware, but what you save in money, you spend in like having to having to spend time setting it up and keeping it working. I generally prefer macOS because it's based on BSD, but it's much more pretty and intuitive. So still get the power of Unix with the Apple simplicity, which I like. Yeah, that's I think one of the best reasons to like macOS is that you don't have to deal with stupid Windows CMD or PowerShell shit, and it's a usable UI, but it's a nice UI. But I find that especially nowadays they keep like cutting things out of macOS to the point where it's becoming harder for me to like to enjoy using it. Like they cut out like 32-bit support, so none of the games work anymore. They've refused to support Vulkan, so Proton doesn't work. They locked off the system partition, so you can't install NTFS 3G anymore, or you can't replace the original NTFS binary with that. They do a bunch of like gatekeeping shit, which makes it harder to develop for it. So I'm finding macOS more and more annoying nowadays, but which is the other thing. But yeah, there are a lot of perfectly legitimate reasons to use macOS. Anyway, it's time to play GeoGuessr. Is everyone in? Well, if they're not, they can join in the next game. We have 8 people. That's pretty cool. Let's go. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, we're clearly somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Actually, this could be like Mojave Desert sort of thing. Like, this could be like American Desert. I could believe it. But like, usually it looks pretty rural, and usually the more rural it is, the harder it is to find. A desert, sand. True, yes, correct. We actually have quite a bit of time. I see people are guessing already. We actually have like 3 minutes, so you don't have to guess just yet. All right, well, it's not America. It's Spanish. Municipalidad is definitely Spanish. Where are the US flags, though? Yeah, it can't be America. There are no US flags, and there's too much Spanish. Mexico, yeah, it could be. Latin America, Central or South. Central, South, or Mexico, because Mexico is technically North America. But it's almost like suburban too. Like, these houses are pretty well built. I don't think Mexico's because the gates aren't high. Spain? It could be Spain. I think of Spain as usually like not as deserty as this, but... Well, that's the way to Inca Huasi. That doesn't tell me anything. The only thing it's making me think of is Inca is like... That was like the Americas, so... But I don't know if that actually... That could be a complete red herring, right? The Mexicans know how to jump a fence. In before, this is just like Arizona or something. Cabañas, that's like a restaurant. It's a bar and restaurant. Well, can we find Cabañas on the fucking map? Oh, it could be like Argentina or something. Central or South America? Yeah. Oh, wait. Let me see where we are. Where's the sun? Oh, the sun is... Oh, that's not very helpful. The sun is directly above us. Otherwise, I could figure out whether it's north or south of the equator. Actually, I guess that probably means it's right on the equator. Which would mean somewhere around here. Oh, but I don't know. It doesn't look deserty enough around here. Check left or right road. Aren't all those countries on the right? Yeah, these are definitely... Oh, hey, the cars might tell me something. I only have 15 seconds left. Alright, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for... I don't know, like here. I'm not necessarily happy with that guess, but... No way! How did people get so close? Did people find signs that I didn't find? So it was Peru. No, that's not Peru, that's Chile. It was Chile. Yeah, I could totally believe Chile. Hell yeah, well done, well done. I was 240Ks out, which is not great, but not as good as these guys, like holy shit. But it could be worse, could be worse. No, I don't actually don't want to open Google Maps. Alright. Oh, God. Hey. Do you know where we are, animal? In the grass? Oh my lord. Alright, hang on. Where are we? Where are we? Alright, equator is... Oh no, this is... The sun is south, so we're northern hemisphere. It looks like Bliss. Oh yeah! There we go, it's a new wallpaper. Oh no, not quite. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty close. Oh no, it's better over here. No, sorry, I'm wasting time. Let's... Alright, let's try to find civilization as quickly as possible. This is not helpful. I'm gonna guess that civilization is gonna be downhill. Oh, someone died. Why does he look like he's like embarrassed? He's like trying to hide something. Like it's like he's pissing on the grave and then we caught him. My god, look at that lake. Rip. Oh yeah, true. Oh, look at these signs. These look like European signs. Yeah, this looks super European. Okay. Mexico, you think? He looks like he's flipping you off. You could have read the last name. Could I? I thought it looked too blurry. I think I'm too far away now. Okay, well they drive on the right. I don't know. I still think this might be Europe. These look like European signs. But where? I mean, this is a really unhelpful spawn. There were some letters visible. Damn, I didn't notice that. I think it's too late to go back and check. For fuck's sake, where's some like any civilization? I just want any sign that's not like that actually has some words on it. Most Euro countries drive on the right. Yeah, and there was someone driving on the right. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we passed someone driving on the right. There is a giant sign that gives it away. I must, maybe I'm past it. Or maybe it was in the other direction. Damn it. You went the wrong way. I figured it was gonna, this felt like it was gonna be downhill and it seemed more likely that civilization would be downhill than uphill. For no real reason, I'll guess somewhere around here. Like maybe northern Italy or southern France. Maybe it's Antarctica? Yeah, maybe. I have no real reason to believe that, but that just seems that just feels right based on the landscape. Okay, not bad, not bad. Albania. Well, no, I'm actually not unhappy with that because based on that was basically a guess based on literally nothing. I mean, it's 1200 Ks out. It's not fantastic, but at least it's like within the same ballpark. Definitely felt Mediterranean. Yeah, that's why I was thinking like southern France or northern Italy, but I guess it was more Mediterranean than I was thinking. I was there this summer, I swear on my mom's life. In Albania? Hell yeah. I want to go to Europe. I guess now you kind of can. International flights are like back, right? Oh my god. At least it's okay. There's some stuff around. I was gonna say like, holy shit, how many times are they gonna drop me in the middle of nowhere? Oh, that's Chinese, bro. Which means it's not mainland China, because mainland China doesn't have Street View. So that means it's gonna be either Hong Kong or Taiwan, right? There are two power lines. It's Earth. No way. How did you figure that out? Yeah, it can't be. It's definitely rural, but I don't think it can be mainland China. No, it definitely can't be, because they definitely haven't street viewed their cities. But this also doesn't necessarily look like Taiwan or Hong Kong. Or like Singapore. Do they speak Chinese in Macau? Maybe. Or maybe Malaysia? Malaysia's main language is not Chinese, but I'm pretty sure there are a lot of Chinese speakers there. Or maybe I'm just thinking of that because of Singapore. That's 100% Chinese. 100% Chinese. Can we get a web address off that? 'Cause that might tell if it's like... No, just a phone number. Could be Taiwan, but it looks quite flash. I'm gonna say Taiwan is probably our most likely bet right now. I mean, we've still got some time to figure it out. But yeah, I think Taiwan is probably the most likely one. Wait, there was a sign back there. This also looks more like traditional Chinese than simplified Chinese, and I'm pretty sure Taiwan uses traditional Chinese. Yeah, I'm thinking Taiwan. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a shrine or something. No writing though. If there are like yellow and black stripes on poles, it's Taiwan. Ah, good tip. Okay, well, we got 30 seconds. Let's figure out. It's slightly rural Taiwan. I don't know much about Taiwan. I've never been. I'm gonna say it's probably not near Taipei. It's probably, I don't know, somewhere around here. Almost everyone in Taiwan is on the west coast. Does seem like it. Is that because it's so mountainous? Ah, shit. 78 Ks. Could have been worse. Wow, I think we all got Taiwan. Yeah. No one guessed outside of Taiwan. Well done. Well done. Yeah, that makes sense. This is also why a lot of places in California are uninhabitable. Hang on, what language is that? Dos Olivos. Spanish again, huh? Or maybe like Portuguese. Portuguese is always the language that looks like... Whenever I see a language that looks kind of like Spanish but not quite, it's Portuguese. It is Spanish? Okay. At least there's like civilization. You can actually get some fucking... Lima. Oh, it's... Well, alright. That was easy. Sure. Maybe I should have like tried to find the exact street or something like that, but, you know. Whatever. I figure everyone's probably gonna find that, so... The first time that we're actually in some civilization, then it just tells me what the fucking city is. Oh well. Thanks Google for not blurring that. Yeah. I fucking... When Google comes in with the fucking, like... With the hookup. The not blurring some sign or some text. You didn't see it? Well, if you didn't hear me or aren't looking at my screen right now, then I don't know where it is. You'll have to figure it out for yourself. Why the hell am I playing Matt C on GeoGuessr at 11 at night? Because you're a fucking winner! Only winners play GeoGuessr with me at 11 at night. I guessed Indonesia. Question mark. It looks like the driest country on it. On a merch. Lamau. Yeah, Indonesia. No, it wouldn't be Indonesia. But I can see why it would be unclear if we hadn't found that sign. There are a lot of places it could have been. 018 here. Oof. Yo, I actually completely coincidentally got closest. Any one of us could have gotten closer, but I lucked out that time. Hell yes. What were the other guesses? Oh, the Bahamas and... Oh yeah, Indonesia, right, yeah, I getcha. Yeah, the problem with Spanish is... Isn't it literally the second most spoken language in the world? So like, when you see Spanish, it's like, oh fuck, there's so many countries it could be. So yeah, it is tough. Wait. Mark Lamau says, I need you to look at this. What am I looking at? It's actually one of my favorite screenshots from any video I've ever made. This was a weird moment, like, because it's a real Australian Victoria bitter, and it's real beer because, you know, why not? And there was something about the pressure, because I like, it was a scene where I was trying to like drink really like with a lot of intensity, like so I was trying to be like, and something about the pressure of like sucking out of the beer bottle and then releasing it, it like the beer just like flew out into my face and up my nose, and that's how we got the screenshot. This wasn't even a video. Yeah. I don't think the video is up anymore because it was on someone else's channel. I'll have to find this clip so I can just put the clip out there. But yeah, I put it on Instagram just because it's fucking funny. It is from a video. Did I actually put that clip in the video, or was it like an outtake? I don't think I actually put that clip in the video. Or maybe I did. Maybe I did because it was funny. The video's gone? Yeah, it's down now. Mountainous. Very mountainous. We're driving on the right. The sun is to the south, so we're in the northern hemisphere. It looks like Europe. It just looks straight up like Europe. Again, like I would guess like south of France or north of Italy, but that's only because I don't know any better yet. Come on, I don't have time for my cursor not working. Why is it? Oh, it's so... When I actually click, it like goes backwards for no fucking reason. Thanks, Google, you fucking idiot. I can't... I'm moving so slowly. Can I speed up how I move? No. Whatever. There we go. Now we're making progress. Maybe it's just like a temporary glitch. I can't control it. Yeah, I couldn't either. But I went into the settings and then clicked resume and now it's working. I don't know why. Like, it's some weird shit. I think it's a glitch. What's on that sign? Okay. We've got an O with a line in it. That means it's slightly Nordic. I think that might mean it... Does that mean it's Denmark? No, I think Sweden and Norway have that as well. I know Denmark definitely has those, though. You know, it'd be really funny if I just found this place on the map. Probably not, though. It's probably too minor. Yeah, there's some O's with some lines through them. Denmark is flat? Oh, interesting. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. So it could be like... Does Norway have the O with the line through it? I'm pretty sure Sweden does. Or am I misremembering that? Holy shit. Sweden doesn't have those O's? Okay. Thanks for the tip. Norway does though, yeah. Norway does. Okay. Could be Norway. Norway is pretty mountainous. Right, okay, yeah. That shows how much I know about the Swedish language, which is not much. I knew that one of them had it though. So we don't think it's Denmark, because Denmark is flat. We don't think it's Sweden, because Sweden doesn't have those O's. I have to say, I have a bit of an unfair advantage here. I have to guess really quickly. Uh-oh. I'm just gonna guess somewhere around here. I don't know. No, not near the coast. I don't know. Somewhere around here. Maybe here. I don't know. Complete fucking guess. Where was it? Oh, I was actually not far. 72 Ks. I have to say, I have a bit of an unfair advantage because I have people like... Yo! Thanks for the sub, I Can Levitate. Thank you so much, I appreciate that. I couldn't move around at all in that round. That's weird. Yeah, for me, the moving was really slow, but I switched to keyboard moving and that was better. But it was really weird. It was definitely like behaving weirdly. Yeah, I have to say I've got a bit of an unfair advantage because I got a lot of hints from chat. So if I win this, it's kind of not fair. Oh, I came second. Well, still, it's probably not particularly fair. All right, well, but congratulations, Beefy DJ, for the win on that. Hell yeah. You didn't even have chat helping you out. I guess we can all look at chat. I guess that's true. I guess we can all look at chat, so we can all be we all have unfair advantage in theory. Let's play another round. Who's down? Who's down for another round? Let me post the link in chat. Not gonna lie, I was referencing your guesses plus chat. Hell yeah. Okay, then it's not an unfair advantage. I take that back. I take that back. I won that completely. No, I came second completely fairly. How do I change my name? And I am Desobenu. Change your name on GeoGuessr or in chat? Because Twitch, I think, does let you change your name. GeoGuessr, I don't know. Yo, how many people is this? This is 10 people. That's sick. Me and 9 of my best friends. GeoGuessr. GeoGuessr does? Yeah, I figured it probably would. Makes sense. I don't know how though. Because I think... Yeah, I don't know how. I'm sure it's probably in the settings somewhere. I'm the only one with a PNG as a PFP. Oh yeah, you're right. We're all just generic like... GeoGuessr me's. Me-o guesses. Yeah, at some point maybe I'll put a photo in there. We're all me's, yeah. But only once a year. Oh, that's so cringe. Twitch at least gives you the courtesy of, I think it's like 60 days maybe, but a year, holy fuck. The lemon is a fucking orange. That's kind of true. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Yeah, but maybe between this round and then, or maybe not, maybe before the next time I play, I'll put a profile picture in just for shits and giggles. Used to be 6 months. Yeah, what is it now? Twitch, username change, cooldown? I don't know what they would call it. 60 days, right. But your original name will not become available for 6 months. Ah. Okay, alright. At that point, you're just encouraging people to make alts. I don't get that. Yeah, I don't know. I guess they're trying to curb, like, identity theft, but, like, does that really matter on GeoGuessr of all places? On Twitch, I can kind of get it, but, like, I don't know about GeoGuessr. How are you doing, by the way? I'm doing great. I'm having a lot of fun with playing GeoGuessr with people. If you want to join, by the way, here's a link to get in. We'll probably start in, like, a minute or two. I know someone's coming in and out. I don't know if that's because they're, like, trying to change their profile picture or if their, like, internet is sketchy. Gordon Ramsay on GeoGuessr real? True. All right, we'll start. I'm gonna put in a. I'm gonna set up a timer for like 2 minutes. So if in 2 minutes we will start the game. So if you want to get in before the timer ends. And I know there's like some Twitch lag, so assume that this is like, I don't know, as many as 20 seconds out of time. It's Dan. Holy shit, the Dan in my GeoGuessr game. Say it ain't so. Oh, whoops, I accidentally fucking stopped the timer. I'm not joining, but thanks anyway. Okay, cool. Their internet is Australian, even if they ain't live in Australia. I've had some purely Australian internet moments while streaming. Like, last stream was almost cut short because my internet just straight up like cut out. And I was like, I'm supposed to be getting at least 100 megabits. No, I'm supposed to be getting a 100 megabit download, and I was only getting like 40 something. So that was pretty cringe. Yo! I Can Levitate. Thank you for the gift sub to Escaron730. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Hell yeah. My Twitch player says my latency to you is around 3 seconds. Okay, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that Twitch actually told you what the latency was. I should use that. I feel sad. I wasn't alive when Lego Island was released. Yeah, for shame. Honestly, pathetic. But no, I get that. It's 25 years old this year. It's quite a while ago now. It's a quarter of a century. Yeah, it's pretty wild. All right, I think we're ready to go. I think anyone who would have come in is in now. So let's go. Let's go. Sorry if you were waiting those last 20 seconds. All right, what are we looking at? It's a yellow building. That doesn't really mean anything. Anywhere could have a yellow building. I'm gonna say no, not America. It's it's another country. It's another language with a crossed out O in it. So I guess probably Denmark or Norway again. This is a university, isn't it? Nielsen's. This is looking... Oh, fuck. I wish I knew these languages better. Nordic Semiconductor? Norway? Game started. Game has started. Video stats, okay. A random 100-character password? Oh my god. Okay, I'm thinking Norway right now. There must be something obvious that I'm missing because everyone is guessing. Well, this is a map, so it should be easy to find. I'm just missing the like city. I don't know where the big like universities in Norway are. There's a tower. God. I feel like I must be missing something really fucking obvious. All right? Like there's probably like at a university there must be a sign that just says like, here it is, this is where we are. And I guess there was kind of that on that map sign, but I just can't read any of it. Do I just want to gamble and say it's in Oslo? I was hoping to find the university on the map, but I couldn't find it. Oh, nice. EV chargers. I love that. Only have 15 seconds left. Oh my god. Alright, alright. Fuck it. I don't know how to get any closer than that. Okay. Alright. Yeah, no. Okay, well, at least I can rest easy that no one else got any closer than Oslo. I felt like it would be too easy to guess Oslo, but I just didn't have any evidence that it wasn't, that it was anything else. I guess it was in Trondheim. Is that how you pronounce that? Yes, I love audio.
Trondheim.
Oh, well, I fucking completely got it wrong. That was it, the NTNU. I saw that around. We were at the Norwegian University of Science and Technology. Alright, well, if I knew where that was, I might have been able to get closer, but nope. 389 Ks, that's fine, it's fine. It's 227 yards away, were you? Oh, holy shit, I couldn't even see it behind the flag. Well done. Well done. Didn't Nick Robinson film a video there? In Norway? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I've seen that if he did. Okay, next round. Let's go. You were so close that you were behind the flag. That's well done. Well fucking done. Okay, this looks like it's on the equator. This looks like either Philippines or Indonesia or Malaysia. I have to find some signs to get any clearer than that. Oh, okay. No, it looks like Thailand. Okay. Yeah, that's absolutely Thai script. Oh, I guess it... yeah, that's gotta be Thai script, right? So now it's just about narrowing that down. Will you stream more frequently? That's the plan. My current target is once a week, but it could be as many as 2 or 3, depending on how things go, how I can fit things into my schedule. Coronations? The problem is, I don't know if I'll be able to, like... Why the fuck is there, like, there a dead dog here? Is there? I didn't see it, but that's a big oof. Do you think Google Maps has ever, like, just found a murder? Like, they just... Because of Google Maps, they found, like, a dead body. Loves video today, nerd programming stuff. It always makes a good watch. Hell yeah, I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, I wish I could do more stuff like that. I'm hoping to be able to do more stuff in like that in the near future, because that's always the most fun stuff. I know I said stuff like 3 times, but you know what I mean. The problem is I can't read this script, so even though I'm like relatively confident it's Thai, I can't like get any idea of what city it might be. Oh, well, never mind. All right, we just gotta find these on the map. Let's see what we can do. Also, I like the thought Bangkok. Just say it's gibberish. I like the implication that that Rama was so good that they made a second one. I mean, it could be Bangkok, but again, it feels too easy. It feels like guessing Oslo. But it does look like a pretty built-up area. Sadly, I can't find any of these places on the map. Alright. Oh, shit. I was close. I mean, yeah, Bangkok was a good guess. It was, I figured it had to be, like, outskirts of Bangkok, because it didn't... And I guess I was kind of right. But the fact that I like, chose the left side and not, like, the east or north side is just complete fucking guesswork, so... I'm not gonna complain, though. 15Ks? Pretty good. If Rama's so good, why isn't there a Rama 2? That's what I'm saying. Or do I have to go to Rama 1 to, like, get the lore before I go to Rama 2? 15Ks, I'm happy with that. It's not quite 227 yards, but it's not bad. There was like a small city or town away from Bangkok. Yeah, I absolutely thought it could have been. The only reason I thought a major city made sense is because it looked relatively built up, but not so built up that it would be like right in the city center. So that was kind of the rationale, but there was also a lot of guesswork. Rama 2 spoils too much shit. Well, I guess I can't go there yet. Saw a sign with the word beach. Oh, interesting. In English? That's an interesting way to do it. All right, round 3. Let's go. Whew. Okay. Well, it's clearly not a very wealthy area. My crush went to Bangkok with his band. Wow, like to perform? That's wild. Did you ever get that joke where like you're in school and someone's one of your friends is like, "Hey, what's the capital of Thailand?" And you're like, because you're like 9 years old, you're like, "Oh, I don't know," and they're just like, "Bangkok," and they like punch you in the balls. Because that happened to me, and I still remember that. Weird. I'm not getting like any clues as to where this is. Yes, no. Some people didn't. Some people didn't. Good to know. Huh. Yeah, I'm getting like no clues as to where this is. Like right now, I could believe that this is Europe, Asia, or America. Hang on, maybe the bus will tell me something. Andalus. Okay, so that's clearly a place name. Spain? What's this say? Montevideo. Andalus is Spain, you think? Okay. I could believe it. I could believe it's Europe. STM. No, hang on. Yeah, well, this is 100% Spanish. Or maybe it's Japan. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, yeah, Montevideo is Argentina. Well, shit. South America? Yeah, I could believe South America as well. Actually, yeah, I actually think it... Chat has made a very persuasive argument. I think it probably makes more sense to be Argentina than Spain. The problem is, Argentina is pretty fucking big. Oh. Montevideo is in Uruguay. Oh, fuck. Do I go for it? Do I just say it's in Uruguay? Alright, I'm going for it. Alright. I don't have any better. I don't have any reason to not think so. Made a mistake? Oh, I see. No fucking way. 7.6 Ks. Well, we all got pretty close. We were all clicking kind of around the same area. Uruguay. Hey, what's this outlier? Whoa, what's that? New. Is that like a... Wow, I didn't know that existed. Oh, is it a New Zealand territory? Or is it just a Pacific island? Oh, it's an island country. Nice, that's cool. I love little islands in the Pacific. All right, well, that was pretty cool. I'm happy with that. Can't complain. 7.6 Ks. Not bad, not bad. That is nice. Venus as a flag. Is that possible? All right, well, we know it's cold. It's certainly not Australia. Alright. It's Canada? Whoa! That cleaned up real quick! That looks like a... oh, shit. Yeah, that looks like Cyrillic on the... so I'm guessing it's Eastern Europe. I don't remember what flag that is. I was hoping that was a Russian flag, but it's not. Oh, Bulgaria! It is the Bulgarian flag, isn't it? And they do speak Russian. Well, they have some Cyrillic, is what I meant to say. Kazakhstan? I actually think that might be the Bulgarian flag. Then again, we didn't really get a good look at it. It was just the colors of it, the green, red, and the white. Yeah, definitely 100% Eastern Europe, but not Russia. Notably, not Russia. White, green, and red. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Bulgaria is definitely a possibility. Fuck, I'm just getting more and more rural, I think. I just don't know. Where I don't want to get caught up is if there's another flag with white, green, and red, and like, just like some symbol in it that I didn't see. 100% Bulgaria. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go with that. So the question is where? Sofia is obviously the largest city, but does this look like the largest city? Kazakhstan. Very nice. Great success. No, it looks very suburban. It doesn't look like a city, but it also doesn't look rural necessarily. Are there any signs anywhere that are gonna... any directions? Yo, who the fuck is... why is this freaking out? What the hell? You have 30 seconds to find a sign. Any sign. Okay, well, it's not... I don't think it's gonna be a major city. It's gonna be like a small town, right? That's a tentative answer. I'm still trying to look for a sign. Found it on the dot. Oh, wait. What's this say? Oh, fuck off, Google. Fuck off. Well, okay, I don't think I can get any better than that in the time. No way. Oh, come on. It's Bulgaria, but right on the border. No way. Well done. Well done. How many yards is that? That's got to be like 2. Serbia border, but panicked? No way. W was Bulgaria. Yeah, well done. I knew that the green, white, and red was Bulgaria. I was psyching myself out because I felt like, what if another country's flag is also green, white, and red, and we just didn't see it? Or we just didn't see like what identifies that flag. But you definitely got it. You got it. Absolutely Bulgaria. 5k, you got all of them? Holy shit. My god. Well done. Well done. GG indeed. Alright, next round. Okay, what do we got? I don't think this is America. We haven't gotten any USA, which is... I'm usually... I'm better at identifying places in US and Australia than I am in Europe. Sportarilor. Don't actually know what language that is. Canada? No, I don't think so. Canada looks more like US-ish, but this looks more like... oh, though to be fair... Maeda. It's in Europe. Yeah, this is definitely Europe. Definitely, I think we can be pretty confident of that, but I don't... and this looks like a pretty built up area. So I'm gonna guess it's a city, like a major city of some kind. Oh, it's that same Maeda Automoto favorite. It's not Spanish. Is it French? It's in Europe? Yeah, definitely Europe. Wait. Probably Romania? Oh, yeah, that a country like that would absolutely make sense. Knock off Spanish Argentina? I wondered about that when I saw that sign with the islands on it. Or the mountain on it. Oh, well. Yeah, that literally says Romania, so, well. Oh, for fuck's sake, Google. Okay, well, we know it's... Okay, 100% know it's Romania. Do we think it's Bucharest, though? Any signs with a city name? Oh, wait. That's a university. University of, like, something. Discolored Romania? Just trying to see if I can find any of these places on a map. It's a bit of a Hail Mary, but... yeah, I don't think I'll get any closer. Sadly. Well, it was not Bucharest, but it was not far. How did these people get so close? Did you find a sign that actually said something? 892 yards, well done. Well done. 102 Ks, I'm not gonna complain about 102 Ks. Could be better, but it's alright. No, absolutely, you got it right. It was Romania for sure. Yeah, I just didn't find any. I didn't find any like hard evidence of like where in Romania. That was the only thing. But hell yeah. What? Man, I won by like a hair. I felt like I felt like other people were getting closer than I was. But yeah, I only won by like 200 points. But congratulations to everyone that. Well done. A really bad game. Yeah, it happens. Sometimes you get lucky with the clicks, and sometimes you don't. I definitely think like that Thailand one was definitely like straight up luck. Like GG indeed. I think I might call it there. I think it's time to get some food. One of these days, I'll just eat on stream, and then I'll just keep going, and just won't be a problem. But right now, I'm gonna get off and get some food. So thank you all for sticking by, watching, enjoying. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for playing some GeoGuessr with me. Eat on stream or watch YouTube. That's true. That is what people do. Maybe. As I get more like. As I get better at streaming, that my endurance improves and all of that shit. Have fun eating. I will! I love eating. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I guess I should see if I should raid anyone. And by raid, I mean Raid Shadow Legends!
Last and most importantly...
Whoa, what the hell? Some fucking video just started playing. Who's streaming RN? No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll just get off. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week, probably. Yeah. See you guys then. Bye-bye.